Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Wow, it's man, YouTube's on a crazy delay. Joe just got out of the chair on the YouTube stream, even though I didn't.
I
hit
can't even
live
see
yet.
it right now. It's a gray box.
That's
for
so
me.
strange. Yeah,
I'm gonna
people in
refresh.
chat were saying it too. It's very odd.
Oh, I had to hit live.
Oh.
Normally it just goes live when we're live, and this time I had to hit live.
Yeah.
Why?
Alrighty, chat. You know the deal in the pre-show. We're guessing the game. Let's get warmed up. Let's figure out what this game is and whatnot.
Wander stop.
Let's go.
Wonderstop?
Also,
Joe, I
chat.
didn't have Discord up, so I just heard you pop back in with that.
Also, chat. Make sure you say welcome back, Light.
That's right.
We miss
Baby
you.
Light is fever free and strep throat free.
More importantly,
She-
you're fever-free, strep throat-free as well.
Fair now. We'll see how long it lasts. I have a cold again. I went and I bought daily vitamins and I bought Airborne, and I'm just gonna be
There you
taking
go.
those every day.
Nice.
Like genuinely, everybody has told me they're like ever since, because I've told a few people like, oh, you keep on getting sick because you know your kid is going through preschool, and everybody has been telling me they're like, it is literally hell on earth for 6 months. It
Yep.
is the worst thing ever. Everyone's getting sick. Everyone gets sick. It's
Yeah.
unavoidable, and it's the
I-
I'm like,
Owen
I
goes
don't
to
mean
preschool
to-
in the fall, and I'm nervous.
Oh. So I just bought her Flintstones gummies.
Nice.
So I'm gonna hope
yes!
that helps.
Hell
I'm
yeah,
grasping at straws at this point.
The goat of
I'm
vitamins,
literally-
by the way.
100%.
I'm holding on by a thread. One more big illness, and I might just have to be doing this show in a padded cell because
On that note,
I
which,
can't.
by the way, Wanderstop is in the system, so I couldn't guess, so I just
Wanderstop?
skipped. And
Oh.
NES Encyclopedia in chat mentions, I don't know if we told you this, but every time you're out, we talk about buying you and the family a bubble to live in.
Yeah.
And we really think it's a good investment.
I've never
We
been. Listen, I was a girl with chronic illness. I literally missed more school than I was in because of chronic illness. But I've never been sick like this
Yeah.
ever in my entire life, where it's illness after illness after illness. Like my abdominal pain can deal with that like a pro.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
this stuff is literally just fever, vomiting, pneumonia. Like, what the hell, man? I can't keep doing this.
We talked about a Jetson like scenario that you're, because we're like, does Mr. Light also get sick?
No,
And
he's gotten one of these.
Okay.
he's got the bubble. I brought up on the show last week, is like, is it like a Jetson like intro where like you give him a kiss and then he's like, all right, see ya, honey, and
Well-
then he like enters a tube and it's like disinfectant containment.
He also
Yeah.
hasn't slept in our bed since December because he's convinced. He's like, every time I come back and I sleep in the bed, one of you gets sick again. And then when I'm sick, he won't sleep in the bed because he doesn't want to get sick. So he literally has slept on the couch basically since December, with the exception of like 4 days.
Oh, man.
Or
I
his
haven't left
back
the house.
must be in shambles, dude.
I was a teacher, so I used to have the immunity of steel. I would get one illness
Yeah.
every November. It was the same illness every November. And then I haven't left the house in 3 years. When I had my daughter, I never left the house besides going to like Wegmans or Target, but like I wasn't exposed to anything. So now it's just, anyways, woe is me. People have it way worse.
It's rough. It's rough.
I need to get
You
over
couldn't-
myself.
No, you
I did
couldn't
finish the
sell
new
me on
Hunger
having
Games
a
book
kid,
though.
yeah.
I've read 4 books in a month.
Ooh.
Sweet.
I read 3 when I was sick with my 103-degree fever in bed.
I picked up the
There's
new
something
Hunger
else
Games
to
book.
do.
I haven't read it yet. Is it good?
It's real good. I didn't
Okay,
love the
sweet.
last one. This one's real good.
I didn't like the Ballad of Snakes or whatever it was. I didn't like that one.
No, I didn't finish that one, unfortunately.
Little
Okay.
snack of snacks.
So what is this?
I have no idea. So I skipped a couple. Here's one. It looks like an overview of the town from afar. We got it's a PC only game.
It
and
looks
it's
like
like-
it's some sort of like town building, brewing business. Oh, it says
Yeah.
simulation business. Okay.
But sorta on the business. So like that's throwing
Yeah.
me off.
That's why I thought Wander Stop.
Yeah. It's not in the system yet, which is weird. Let's skip one more time.
A card game?
Yeah.
This looks like a League of Legends, right? Think it could be.
No.
Released in.
League of Legends isn't a simulation game, is it? What's up, 4GQTV? Thanks for catching us live. Finally,
What up?
Thanks for having.
Hello.
Thanks for being here. Potionomics, thank you, Silcanet.
What the heck is that?
I've heard. Now that
That
you said
before.
that, I've heard that name before. People do enjoy that game, I think.
Is that something I need to try? It looks cute.
Oh, for question of the show, Light, you're gonna ask us the question of how do we like season 2 episode 1. By the way, I should have told you that beforehand.
Spoiler alert! It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Oh, I think I know this one. Are those not Bayonetta shoes?
That could be because I was going to say Stellar Blade. So
Oh, yeah.
that would make sense.
Oh,
If
I
it's
don't
not
hate that one
Bayonetta,
either.
we'll go Stellar Blade. No, it's not Bayonetta. Ooh, 65.
Oh, not
Hold
Stellar
on.
Blade.
What's the other blade? Wunderstoop? I just want to keep saying it.
I don't know. Let's skip one. Oh, 360 PS3. Ay. Ay.
And it's
That looks like an
I need my tissues.
okay. An old like science lab or medical something.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a Resident Evil game?
Not a bad guess.
Let's do Resident Evil Outbreak. File 2. Sure, why not? Damn.
Quick time events, sci-fi. Wait, whoa. Remember me.
Ooh.
Another errand? I'm not some obedient.
Fill in the blank. Hey, look at that, Joe.
What are all these games I've never heard of? Why do I live under a rock?
Here's the thing, like, I have never played this game. I've just seen the cover from working at GameStop.
I owned it, never played it, and traded it right back to GameStop because.
All right, one more, and then let's do this thing.
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
check your mics on Zencaster because it switched mine. It switched mine to the.
Yeah, it's good.
My line is a squiggling.
Well, no, just it's got a squiggle. Just check that. Make sure it's like your mic, because it was taking from my camera mic.
Yep, mine says
Mike and
Elgato
Elgato Wave
XLR,
3.
so we're good.
All right, okay. All right.
Yep.
I got nothing on this one. Let's skip.
What is this picture? Why is it blurry?
Uh,
Portal.
Oh.
No, not Portal. I take it back.
Also, I forgot, Chad, that you can see when I switch over to Zencaster, so you're welcome.
The back office.
Yeah.
Or as they say in
Sorry,
Disney, the backside of water.
Enjoy your WandaVision.
Ah.
I had my
Good
WandaVision
times.
sweatshirt on before I put this Dr. Pepper one on too. That would have been funny.
Stalker 2? I'll go Stalker 2. I got no other guess. My brain is mush.
Oh, right.
Well, like that
Dude,
first
this
picture.
layout
What kind of
fucking-
bullshit was that?
Yeah, right? Like, come on now.
I'm sorry.
What
What?
is that?
Lights? I need my glasses on.
Oh, it is
Hey.
Stalker 2. There you go.
Hey! All right, ladies and gents, let's do this thing. Let's start this show. We've waited long enough. Papa needs to talk about Marathon.
Do we?
Oh, but didn't you hear? The cockroach dirty Bloodwell boy does not think it looks good.
Who's? Oh.
I can't wait to ask you what that is.
Oh, come on.
I have a feeling.
I know what she means.
All right, fuck it. Is it Asmongold?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? He should wash his ass. I don't care if you're a gajillionaire. You don't use Dove soap. You gotta.
God,
You know?
what are the? It's not supposed to be funny because I really do not like him. But seeing him drink water and him freaking out over the taste of water because he thinks it tastes bad is hilarious to me. He
See,
chased
I don't
it
like
with
the taste
soda.
of water either, but
He chased
I just don't
it
drink it
with
on
soda.
camera.
That's fair.
He chased it.
But like he had such a vile reaction. Like
See, as someone who has to force themselves to drink water, because I'm
Sure.
not one of those people that likes water, I can tell the difference between brands of water. And
Oh,
Sure.
water drinkers typically are like, I hate Dasani, I hate
Yes.
Aquafina because they're like, it tastes. But because I don't like water, I like how those ones taste because
Okay.
they taste sweeter, if that makes sense.
That's fair.
All right.
That's fair.
I like
All
those
right.
ones
Okay.
with their ice cold. That's it, though.
She's chasing with Dr. Pepper.
Alrighty.
All right.
Joe,
I'm
you ready?
ready.
Light, you ready?
Ready?
All right,
Yes,
chat.
sir.
We'll see you in 16 seconds.
Oh, wait, no longer greatness has arrived. Welcome to episode 424 of The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. I'm your host, Joseph, aka Mr. Badbit, and it is here where we chat about the latest and greatest in all things PlayStation each and every week. This week, we chat about Marathon, but you all know I'm just going to rant about it. Light gets a dream realized next week. Our thoughts on season 2 premiere of HBO's The Last of Us season 2 episode 1. PS5 digital only console gets a price increase around the world, and so much more as we do it live on youtube.com/PS Trophy Room each and every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on podcast services the very next day after. Alongside me, the greatest co-host, whoever is, whoever will be, Mr. Kyle Stevenson. How are you, sir?
I'm okay.
Yeah?
It's been a common theme the last few weeks. I'm stressed and tired. Works a lot.
Fair enough.
Don't have a lot of time to play anything.
Well, you've been playing something.
I don't know. Maybe.
We'll talk about that one next week. Kyle Stevenson, what the hell did I say last week? Because everybody was like, you two, hey, listen, guys. Somewhere along the lines of like, you two are handsome individuals. Don't say anything different. I got a lot of comments.
I think
saying, hey, don't
you
worry,
said
guys.
something because Light isn't here. The show is uglier or something.
Not gonna do that.
It was something along those lines.
All right, fair enough. Because I was like, Jesus Christ, guys! I know you're trying to build me up. But like, what are you guys saying? I wasn't born with 3 eyes. Jesus, I didn't come out of a muck water. Well, that said, I insulted myself, I guess. Alongside us this week, she lived. Everyone's all right. We did find out pre-show her husband does live in a bubble and has not communicated with them in months. The lightweight herself, Miss
The
T.
ill one.
Yeah, the ill one.
Guys, can you hear it? I'm sick again. I don't know if it's just the same thing that just never goes away.
Mm-hmm.
But I swear to God, I'm not kidding when I say I will have to be doing this from a padded cell because I'm going to lose my mind.
Well, I had allergies last week. Maybe it's out like what you're having.
Maybe I have allergies. Maybe I need to get tested. Who knows?
And
not that that's
humble
what
brag,
caused pneumonia, but
humble brag. I've been taking this Chinese allergy relief stuff. I'm gonna send it your way. It's only $10, and it's like they give you a pack of like 50.
Not because it's Chinese, but because it's like not.
I haven't died.
Okay. How long have you been taking it?
Like a week and a half.
Okay. Come
My
back
arm
to me in a
goes
month.
numb. All right. T, how are you and the family holding up?
We are doing well. Baby Light is on antibiotics for her strep throat. She has been fever-free since Monday, but it was rough since Thursday. We were battling 103-degree fever for too many days, and it was not pleasant. When we took her to the doctor's like, "Didn't I just see you last week?" And I was like, "Yes. Yes, you did. Yes, you did." He also told me he wants me to get blood work done because he's like, he saw me. He's like, "I know I've only seen you twice, but I don't like your color."
What?
Thanks, Doc. Appreciate it. Your
What
girl's
the-
running on
That's
2
wild.
hours of sleep.
Listen, it's 2025 now. I guess he could say it, but that is a wild thing to say.
He's like, "Well, I know you've always struggled with anemia. I just want to make sure a couple things are looking right because your skin color's not." Great, thanks. Cool.
Oh,
Awesome.
my
Love to hear it.
goodness gracious.
Guess he still hasn't gotten her blood work done. I have to fast. Girl, I don't fast. What?
Yeah.
For
Your
how
girl
many
needs her
hours?
Dr. Pepper. What do you mean?
I love it's like they always like you have to fast for 18 hours. That's doable. But then they go, and the only appointment we have is at 4 p.m. It's
Yeah.
like, come on now.
Well, what needs to happen is I need to go after I drop baby light off at daycare because then I'm, have fasted all through the night. I typically don't snack before bed anyway. So like I fasted all through the night. I need to drop her off. I need to go. But I literally drop her off in my pajamas. I'm not about to be like looking like I'm going to go shopping at Walmart in front of these doctors. I don't know. My color's off in my Star Wars PJs. I'm not going to go get my blood done.
I like to think that now,
That's when to do it. You can look a little grimy, whatever.
I like
And you're
to
like, I'm here.
I like
I'm
to
in my
think when you
Crocs.
go to the doctor like now, you have like one of those like deli punch cards. If you order 10 sandwiches, you get one free. You're just racking them up. You're like a members only type of membership
Yeah.
at the doctors now.
I feel like she enters and the doctor, no, the doctor just enters. He's like, all right, so what's it this week? Not even a
What
greeting.
meds do you need now?
Yeah. Come on.
Well, the
Let me
funny
just write
thing is
the
last
thing.
thing, and then we can get started. But
Yeah.
the funny thing is, when we took her, the doctor was like, the same doctor that told me I just had a virus when I had pneumonia was like, I think it's just a virus. Like, it sucks. Everything's going around right now. It's just a virus. Like, she doesn't have, like, I don't know, like, there's nothing we can really do. I'll do a throat swab just in case. Calls us literally 10 minutes after we leave the doctor. Well, the rapid came back. She's got strep. So, glad you did it.
Great. Fantastic.
Man, you're gonna get me started on a whole doctor tirade here. How can he sit there and be like, it's just a virus, and then be wrong 10 minutes later?
Yeah, well, because he was like, she didn't have anything in her throat. It was a little pink, but she's had
okay.
post-nasal drip for over a month, and he was going to
Yeah.
put her on allergy meds. Like, he wrote her a script for allergy medication because he's like, it could be allergies because she's had a cough and a stuffy nose for like an eternity, just like I have. And so he was like, I'll do one just in case, but like she didn't have any sores in her throat. She wasn't complaining her throat hurt or her ears hurt. She just had post-nasal drip and a cough, and that was it. So he's like, I'll do it just to be safe. And she fought him, and he wasn't even really able to get a swab. And he's like, I don't even think I got anything. And then it came back. So we're like, oh, clearly she had it bad because he didn't even get that sucker all the way in her throat.
Dude, I remember that as a kid, that's like your worst fear in your life is like a needle and then like the swab in your either ear or throat. You're like, get that thing away from us. Like it's just it was like a fight. Like they literally had to get, I think one time for me when I was a little tot, like 2 nurses in there to hold me down. It was like, you're not doing this to me.
That's her
old
with
man.
shots, yeah.
Oh no, yeah, with shots, no, there was just no way. That said, like, listen, totally off the cuff, you wanted to ask us a question about something we may have seen. So ask away.
So, what are your thoughts on The Last of Us Season 2 so far? I haven't seen it, so keep it spoiler free, please.
Yep.
But I'm
absolutely.
dying to know how it is because I saw mixed reviews. Now, those mixed reviews typically came from people who are not gamers. So, could be why. But I'm interested to know your takes as people who love the game.
It's funny because for me, the mixed reviews came from people who were gamers. Everybody in my
interesting.
household loved it, non-gamers. Everybody outside loved it, non-gamers. The gamer side had a few questions about where they were taking certain characters. But I want to know Kyle's thoughts. You go first, good sir.
I thought it was perfect. There are a few things where didn't bum me out, but I'm waiting to see how it fleshes out in subsequent episodes. But Light, if once you see this episode, because you played part 2, you're gonna be like, I can't believe they are nailing what this looks like. It truly feels like they took the game and put it on the screen in real life. There's a good like 5-minute sequence like, this is the game. This is exactly how I remember the game.
I don't know if I like that or don't like that. I'm scared.
You're gonna like it. It's not what you think it is.
Mr. Light was not a huge fan of it. Didn't finish it because he wanted to watch it with me. But he started it and then he's like, I need to wait for you.
Okay.
But he didn't like how a particular character was introduced. And was not, and watched like the breakdown or listened to the podcast or the post show or whatever to explain why they were introduced in that way. And he's like, I get it, but I don't like it.
And that's kind of where I'm like, I'm gonna wait to see in a few episodes. That's kind of like part of my nitpick for it, but I'm liking the vibe. I like how all the characters are interacting with each other. I love the new characters that are finally on screen, like Dina. Dina is fantastic. Isabella Merced is incredible as Dina, and Dina and Ellie together are awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of really good stuff here, so I really enjoyed it
so much. I love this episode. And the one thing with the one character that everybody seems to be like, Kyle, you're a little bit more open-minded, but like, yeah, the gamer sphere is like, we don't like this. Why are you setting it up this way? My reaction to it was the same as how they explained it on the pod. And so for me, it's like, no, you need to set it up this way, especially how you're telling this story. And it gives everybody time to kind of gather themselves because something is happening. And so it kind of, it's, I get it. Maybe it's like, maybe a little bit of foreshadowing here, there, not so over the head with it, but I think that's what this moment in particular needed. And I think if it played out the same way in the game, less people would be angry at that character. So we can't have a straight retelling because we don't know how this story gets told. That's why I have no problem with how they introduce certain characters. That said, my favorite thing, first off, in this one episode, there's more infected than in the whole of season 1. So like the way they introduce them and how they explain how it's evolving and all that jazz, like the world building in this game and how they tell the story of the infected and all that is just, it's so additive to the world that I love so much. And even like the bureaucracy of it all, like, this is not so much of a spoiler of like, you get to see the Council of Jacksonville. I dumb nerded out at that. I was like, oh, cool. This is how things would be run at this point in time. So yeah, I loved it. I think it was a really great setup for things to come. And I think it gives you a good reasoning as to where we're going to be next episode. Yeah,
My only nitpick from the stills that I've seen, because I've seen like some screenshots of the characters and stuff, I just like, I don't care about Bella Ramsey looking exactly whatever, but why couldn't they give her a side bang? I feel like that's my biggest, I know that's so dumb. I don't care if her face looks like her, but I feel like the side bang is iconic. She needed the side bang, and I'm so sad they didn't give it to her.
I feel
or give it to them. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I totally feel that, because that, I think that was the one thing I had to get over too, and I think you worded it perfectly. It's like, yeah, they just like, I don't care that they don't look like Ellie. It's just like, just give me the bang. Like,
I know, I just want the bang.
Perfect.
That's all, which I know is so dumb. It's the smallest thing, but I just feel like the bang is iconic.
Dude, like the moment Bella talks, you're like, and that's Ellie. Like, it's just like,
I get why they were cast in the role. Absolutely.
Yeah. And likewise, like with Dina, like, that's Dina.
Their chemistry.
I love that. I love hearing that.
Like, so, that was my favorite thing too. Yeah.
I want to react to it for the channel, but I think I'm going to wait until the whole season is done so I can react to it all in a row, which is what I did for season 1. But that's going to be hard. It's going to be real hard.
I have a feeling when we're going to come back here next week after episode 2, we're going to have that moment. And
I know, and I don't know if I'm ready. I think that's why I'm procrastinating doing it, because I don't think I'm ready either.
Real talk, my best friend was the same. She's like, I just honestly haven't watched it because I'm scared.
I know. So I'm gonna wait for you guys to go through the pain first, and then you can tell me if it's worth it by like episode 3 or 4.
Also, I'm gonna say this right now: nobody spoil it for me on Sunday, because this weekend is nuts. Okay, it is WrestleMania weekend, so WrestleMania is Saturday, and Sunday. Sunday is also
Mhm.
Easter, which is a big family
Mhm.
day in this household. I don't know when I'll get a chance to watch episode 2. It won't be live.
Stay off social media.
Yes, I'm not gonna touch it, so I'll watch it when I watch it.
I'm ready. I'm ready. That said, listen, let's get into the rest of this news, because this is actually a huge news week for PlayStation and video games and a whole bunch of stuff. So, that said, a little bit of housekeeping before we get on into this. Of course, our Patreon pitch. As we say each and every week, the reason why we look so good, you sound so great, is because of your patronage over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. So if you ever got you through a long car ride, a tough day at work, a hectic road rage, whatever the case may be, thank you so much. It
A
means a lot.
hectic road rage? Are you
Yeah, hectic
insinuating
road
our
rage.
listeners yell at people on the road?
I know I do.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
dude, you don't want to see me drive. You don't want to see me drive.
do you get out at a
I-
stoplight and go up to other cars?
No. Not,
okay,
I'm not doing
okay,
that. I'm
all right,
calling them.
Okay.
Eh.
Like, yes,
Dumb
I
and
yell at
stupid
other
and
drivers
ugly.
as well, but I just mean, like,
Yeah.
I don't get to the road rage level.
No.
I actually stuck my hand out the window the other day and flicked somebody off because
Hell
they
yeah.
were driving like such a moron.
Hell
I
yeah.
don't do that because I'm so afraid of road rage, and I had my daughter in the car, but they literally almost drove me off the road and they were completely in the wrong, and I
Yeah.
was so furious. I just stuck my hand out the window and flicked them right off. And then somebody pulled up to me, the light next to me, who had been honking at the other car. That's how you know it's bad, because other cars were honking
Yeah.
at them, and he gave me a thumbs up. Thank you.
I love that.
Yep. And that's when your daughter learned the wrong lesson.
My daughter's favorite word is the F word already. It's fine.
Oh, hell yes. Patreon.com
Owen has called me an
PS
asshole
Trophy
all
Room.
week.
Hot dang. I got nothing but respect over in this household.
Maybe
I
like
want
goes,
to thank.
what the fuck up?
God damn it. I want to thank our newest members, Drug Prowlin Wolf at the gold tier. And I want to say apologies in advance because I know they've told me their name months ago. And did I forget how to pronounce it today? Yes. This is my bad. Manix Vizia at the gold tier. Please correct me. Okay, gang. Listen, if you have a name that you go, is this going to be hard for Joe to pronounce? Just assume it is. I'm real stupid. I'm real dumb. I should be handing this off to Kyle. He's way better at pronunciation than I am. And I feel bad every time. Some person literally emailed me for 3 weeks. They're like, it's actually pronounced this way. It's actually, I'm like, you kind soul, just call me an idiot. I get it. You love me and all that jazz, whatever. Just call me dumb. It's okay. That said, at the Patreon tier of the gold tier, you get to call me an idiot. Premium producers Todd Burowitz and Toxic. And of course, K-Rock's kiddo, Cullen. Honorary shout out to you, good sir. I hope you got your Astrobot plush, by the way. I hope it came in. Let us know.
I got a DM from K-Rock, not about getting the Astrobot yet, but K-Rock will be in PAX East. So we'll see him there.
Hey,
If anyone else is going to PAX East, come say hi.
Yeah, we should have a trophy room meetup.
please come on by. I think Silken is gonna be there,
Yeah.
right?
I believe so.
Come on.
We'll have to do like one of the hotels that's near the event. We'll just have to be like, hey, we're gonna be at the hotel bar at this time. Come say hi.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
Because there's that hotel
just-
that's attached to the
Mhm.
conference center. We can just be there and be like, hey, come hang out if you want.
Yeah, for sure.
drinks on us. No, it's not.
Joe said it.
I'll have my Dr. Pepper because I don't drink alcohol.
That's right. I'll be drinking from a sippy cup. Anyway, our premium producers, Todd Burowitz and Toxic, our platinum members, JC, Jedi Master Cowboy Danger D, Jonas Young, The Green Gorilla Gamer, Chaotic Monkey, Ryuko Kill 90, Stephen Flesh, Strubles and Bits, Aaron, Bertos Maximos, Tommy, Chris, Hybrid 748, Matt Valdez, Silkenet, Decimine, Mitchell Gramling, Mike Thomas, and the Enchanted Goat, Meh. Our gold members, Cypher Primus, Doth Simon the Pie Man, Jesse Garcia, JB the Purple Monkey, Hide Indoors, Katie, Kevin Mitchell, Kevin Diaz, Marcus O'Neill, The Red Arrow, Aegis Hermit, Androsaur, Astronaut Jr., The Winter Gamer, Stingray X, Robbie Bobby Miller himself, Brenton Zachary, Final Fan XZ, Hambone, JD Dillinger, Stone Cold, E.T., Tino Six Speed, N. Johnson, Sean McKenzie, Rick Arrington, Solo, Matthew King, Duh Overlord. Dewane Raksha, Drellish, Rick Davis, Steph Mildiner, Samuel Nessling, Maximum Carnage, Michael Hassett, Jazz Bren, and the Lord Commander Suddy. Thank you all so much for being patrons, for making this show possible. And even next week, where we get to upgrade our streaming game, it's all because of your generosity over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. And now, as I said, all that stuff about my pronunciation skill being bad, I do feel like someone's going to give at the dollar tier, and it's going to be a name that I'm going to have no luck. It's going to be like onomatopoeia, but then like
I welcome it.
X2.
That's why when I was a teacher, the first like week or so of school, also I'm just bad at names, but I would wait out in the hallway and I would have them enter the classroom. And in order to enter the classroom, they had to say their name to me because there are some names.
Game changer.
No chance.
I will make you both feel better right now. I was student teaching in upstate New York. I was doing roll call for the first time in, I believe it was 6th grade. It's been a while. And on the paper was the name La'a. So I said, oh, is La'a here? And she looked at me and she goes, it's Ladasha.
That is so funny because I had a Ladasha too.
You did? Was it spelled the same way?
Yes!
L-A with a dash and then an A? There you go. So like,
yes, I did.
Whew, that was so embarrassing.
Oh man, that's a rough one.
Oh,
Yes.
That's a rough L that you have to take. Yeah, I think a roll call would definitely help.
yeah.
I'm good on
Also,
that
shout out to our
for
YouTube channel members, Pops Arcade, Nisa Howard, Shrubbles Events, and Tommy.
Thank you all so much for supporting us the ways you do. Now it's finally time to square up the news.
First bit of news that's being squared up comes from Michael Ruiz over at PS Lifestyle, and Michael writes, Marathon PS5 price debate clouds gameplay reveal event. Last weekend's Marathon PS5 reveal and release date event took a strange turn as much of the discourse began revolving around the game's potential price. The conversation started following the publication of an article that claimed that Marathon will be a full-price game, forcing Bungie to issue a clarification in a brief statement. Bungie said that Marathon will be a premium product, but it won't be a full-price one. In other words, don't expect Marathon to be a free-to-play game, but it won't carry a $70 price tag either. Although some breathed a sigh of relief, others seemed surprised. Many expected Marathon to be free-to-play like Destiny 2. It didn't help that Bungie wasn't ready to talk about the game's price, but did reveal that it'll launch with 3 maps and a battle pass. Quote, so Bungie looked at Concord and basically said, let's do that, but in even more niche genre, read one comment on Reddit. Similar comments popped up on other gaming forums and social media. Others argued that players are writing Bungie off prematurely. Quote, it's not going up against games like Fortnite or Overwatch and is nothing like Concord, a Reddit user wrote back. Why the hell are users so insistent on this game failing like Concord? Wrote another. At this point, we can only speculate what Marathon's price will be. Our semi-educated guess is that it'll be around $40 like Helldivers 2.
Man, oh man, I feel that final comment here. The conversation around pricing of this game has been super annoying. The conversation around this game has been super annoying, and it's not because of the gameplay that we've seen. It's just questioning the loop of the gameplay. And while I understand that, but it's more so on the not understanding because it's quote unquote a niche mode. It's more than it's not in the console sphere yet, as extraction shooters are mainly on PC at the point in time. We haven't gotten a proper introduction of what these modes are, what they include, what they entail. But more so the price, as if we're somehow gonna teach Bungie, hey, did you guys think of maybe putting this as free to play or whatever have you? It's been very annoying. That said, Cowboy Danger D writes in, when it comes to Marathon, I need to play it to get a feel for it. I think it's a mistake for it's a mistake not making it free to play. With this economy and the lack of time, it's going to be hard. It's going to be a hard sell, and even harder to sell an extraction shooter on consoles. I'm not sure this game is going to bring over people from Tarkov to try this out. And folks playing free to play games damn sure ain't coming over. Bungie really needs to knock the marketing out of the park this summer. So okay, let's get this conversation out of the way. I know you guys aren't multiplayer, you're not a multiplayer guy or gal. I don't think this gameplay is going to speak to you guys to convince you to come over here on the multiplayer side. That is mine. What do you guys feel about this game not being free to play? Do you think that's going to hurt this game's chances of succeeding? Do you think off of pedigree alone, Bungie can at least shore up an audience of people that are going to play it at launch to give it a shot? Kyle Stevenson, I bring this over to you, sir. What do you think?
Joe, I'm gonna ask that you bring it over to light because there might be a work emergency thing that I have to deal with currently. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I just gotta check something. So go for it.
Oh my goodness, he accidentally deleted the whole doc. Light, what do you think?
So at first I was like, okay, like what, who cares? Like, yes, it's a shooter, but like who cares if they're charging for it? It's not Concord. We've seen other games successfully, like Helldivers 2 successfully have the payment. But then I didn't watch the actual showcase for it because I was like, that's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
But when I heard like what the loop involves, that like the seasons reset and all your gear resets, and then they also have like battle passes and loot boxes. Maybe not loot boxes. I don't know.
Yeah.
It sounds like, when I just hear that description, it sounds like a free-to-play game. But then it's not. So that's where I get a little tripped up, because when I just hear all that stuff, I'm like, oh, it's a free-to-play game. But then you hear it has a price tag, but then we don't know the price tag. So that's a little weird to me. If you've said that there's going to be a price tag on it, why have you not said what the price tag is going to be? I feel like they kind of led themselves into this kind of toxic conversation because they didn't just flat out say like, hey, this is going to be XYZ dollars.
Yeah. I think you're dead on there. A part of me who hates this conversation, I think of like the price and all that stuff. I think it reminds me of a conversation I was having on the Bitcast last week in one of the comments. It's like when it was regarding the Switch 2's pricing and it being all over the place, and what are the prices of the expansion packs and all that stuff. It's like, listen, when people complain about this, it means that they didn't do a good job explaining it. And I get it. You want to have an extra PR beat, right? Like, oh, here's the announcement of the price that then is to the public beta sometime in June or July or whatever. But don't do that. There's better beats to have, because now we have this like hanging chat of like, what is this? Like, is this thing $40? Is it $60? Is it $50? Is it $30? And it just leads you down to this path of people questioning the gameplay before they've even played it, of like, well, is this game going to be really $40? It's like, am I really going to give it a shot? Like, you're already putting doubt into people's minds. So I actually really would have thought, hey, they just come out with the price already and just say, here's what it is. But I do hate and it's what we talked about when Concord failed. It's like, well, every game that comes out from here on out, especially if it's going to be marketed by PlayStation, you're going to be met with Concord. And, for folks like Danger D, I think you make a good point. Listen, free to play gets a lot of people in the door, but let's think about the gameplay loop. So, this game is an extraction shooter, which means it's all about, it's a spin-off off of Battle Royale. So you have large teams dropping into a very large map. There are AI bosses and instances within that map that you're going to go in, collect loot, and then get better loot. Hopefully, maybe kill a few baddies, kill a few enemy combatants, right? Real folks out there, and then collect their gear. and then you extract that gear out of the map, and that's how the game essentially plays out. Think of it
Okay.
like Sea of Thieves meets the Division Dark Zone. You're going into a hostile environment, you are the prey, while at the same time you are the hunter.
Hmm.
It's a really cool gameplay loop, but there's a problem with that loop if we make it free to play. If we make it free to play, someone with 500 hours of marathon can make a Smurf account, which Smurf accounts are people with 500 hours going and making a free account so that they play with people with no hours, and then totally demolish them.
Hmm.
And then for, that person's first time playing the game ever, they're going up against probably someone they will never actually go and match up with on a regular match. And now they're not having a good time, and so they peace out. So
Hmm.
that's why having something that's not free to play, putting that barrier actually helps newcomers get into the game and give it a fairer shot. It's the one thing that annoys me with games like Fortnite or Warzone, and it's
Hmm.
rampant in Warzone, where you get people that are just, these kids on their Skibbity Ohio Riz, and they're doing 420 no scope shots, and it destroys my fun for Warzone. So
Yeah.
there is a reason to the madness of like why it costs money. I totally
And that does make
understand.
sense. Is that
Yeah,
why it like resets the seasons too? Because then it stops people from getting too OP because it's like, okay, you can get OP to a point, but then the season resets and now everyone's starting at square one. So
that
new
is
players can kind of come in and have a chance to hold their own.
fantastic question. Like that is kind of their premise. They don't want you to hoard weapons like
Mhm.
you would in Destiny. So this game, though they make Destiny and it's very popular because of their gear, it's actually not aimed towards the Destiny crowd. It's
Mhm.
aimed towards crowds of like, you have to use these weapons, you have to use this gear, and it's high stakes gambling at that point. It's like, hey, you're dropping in. If I lose my gear mid-match and they take my cool gold SMG, my SMG is gone, and I gotta go find a new one.
Mhm.
So there is that stake of if I die, I lose all the stuff that I was carrying on me and the stuff I brought in. And so, yeah, the seasons are there to help people not just hoard all the gold guns and vests and whatever have you, because then there's really no risk or reward factor for doing anything in the game, essentially.
So
Yeah,
now that you've explained it to me like that, because like I said, I don't play these games, so I was just like a nobody kind of just reading through things. That totally makes sense to me. And I think it was Enchanted Goat in chat had said like anytime a game comes out now, it's just constant negativity. And that's really what it is. Every game is constant negativity. It just depends on what the negativity is going to be about. Is it going to be at the price tag? Is it going to be about DEI? Is it going to be about whatever? Like the women
exactly.
aren't sexy enough? What's it going to be about? And
Yeah,
everyone just has to complain now on social media.
yeah.
I feel like when you get off of social media, people are not actually like that in the real world. But when you're in social media, it is toxic.
Yeah. And Nissa writes in with something from this week's Big Cast, our friends over at Season Gaming. We are going to take this, we're going to run with it as well. You may get tibbed in the game, which is turned into backpack. Because when you die in Marathon, just like in any extraction shooter, your backpack is just there. Like you just Obi-Wan Kenobi'd. So you get turned into backpack. People take what's inside. Um, the gameplay loop for me, guys, I'm totally in on all this. Like, this is an extreme game. This is meant for like a hardcore multiplayer type of person. That's me.
Mhm.
Um, and this is something that like we've heard the term Fortnite a lot when we talk about multiplayer live service games. And I think Travis from IGN, friend of the show, said it perfectly about Marathon, which he came off super high on it. And even though he's super high on it, he goes, I don't know if this game succeeds or fails
Mhm.
because it is meant for a different type of multiplayer gamer. Um, Tarkov, Escape from Tarkov, we say this genre is niche. It's already sold over 4 million units worldwide. This is the most popular extraction shooter out there. And when I say 4 million worldwide, the game's not on Steam. You have to go out there and buy it on their website. And it scales from $50 to a $250 edition That seems
Wow.
awfully kind of pay to win. So like if they can see success and they are a much smaller studio, think about Bungie, a studio with the pedigree of making some of the best shooters out there, some of the best multiplayer shooters out there, and also being the ones that constantly innovate on that genre, then why can't this game be successful? I get it. There's a lot of shittiness over at Bungie. We've talked about it a lot. A lot of layoffs, awful management. I get it. But the one thing that I've been told, I don't want to say their name, but someone that runs the Destiny podcast, they've told me this is the Destiny team. This is the Taken King team. Like this is Bungie's best team making this game for 5+ years. I'm gonna have faith that it's good. But for me, $40 doesn't deter me because Cowboy, as you're saying, hey, I get it, economy's rough, all this jazz, don't spend money where you can't. But look at Helldivers 2. For every Concord, there's a Helldivers 2 $40 game. What made that game super successful, Sony's highest selling game ever, beating Spider-Man and God of War. What made that game successful is it was unique and it wasn't like anything that you played before. And so when I think of Marathon, I think of something that for the most part, most console players and even some PC folks have not experienced a game like this. So let them cook. Kyle Stevenson, did you fix what was broken
Y'all
in there?
almost saw a panic attack live on stream.
I could see the
close.
stress, and
Got
I was
red.
worried
I got
for you.
very close. Everything's good.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna text you, and then I was like, I don't want to make it worse. I could see it.
When I tell you it's been a few weeks, it's been a few weeks.
A few weeks.
You need a vacation. I'm going to
Okay.
Florida in like, I don't know, 2 weeks. Do you want to go? You want to join
That'd be
us?
fun.
You want
I
to
mean,
change the
have a
backpack?
Right now, yeah, I'll turn into a backpack. I'll turn it back. We got packs soon. That'll be a nice little getaway.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. What was the question?
Do you think the price tag hinders, whatever the price tag is, do you think it hinders Marathon's chances?
Honestly, no, I don't.
Yeah.
I just think like it's really tough for us to be the ones to be like, oh, you should charge this for your game.
Right.
Just because another game is doing a free-to-play version of it, if there is a free-to-play version of it out there, doesn't necessarily mean Bungie has to do it. It all depends on like how fun the game is, how much is in there, what is that moment to moment kind of gameplay, and why you are keep coming back kind of thing, and how it feels. And so like if they want to charge $40 for it or whatever they decide to charge for it, that's totally fine. I think, I don't know, I'm just kind of tired of these kind of discussions over price.
Same. It's just like if it's a good game, it's gonna be. If it's a good game and it has the marketing, chances are it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be
like it's Bungie. You just said like it's the Taken King Destiny team.
Yeah,
they know what to do. And honestly, during that showcase, like it's definitely not a Kyle game, right? Shockers. But like my favorite part of it, like I'm gonna watch people stream the shit out of this game because it is fun to watch. Like seeing
the art style is so cute.
It's beautiful,
so
and I love how they described it as like PS1 era kind of like look to it. Like seeing Shroud and his other teammates play during that showcase, I'm like, oh my god, I want to see the high level players play this because it is so cool. And knowing that it isn't just other players that you're going up against, but there are like, I think they call them AI bots in the game. Which I know it's a generic term, but I literally think they're called AI bots in the game.
Something like that, yeah.
But seeing like them running into them versus a player team comes up behind them and you're being surrounded on all sides, like it's intense. It's fun to watch. So like I don't see why anyone could look at that and be like, that should be free. That looks like a premium product in my eyes.
Right. It looks really fun. It looks, man, like the art style for me, it feels like when I was a kid in the 90s and I was opening up a holographic Wolverine trading card where he's getting the adamantium ripped out of him and the backdrop of stabbing westward playing in the background. Like, it's just like what we thought cyberpunk stuff would be in the 90s. It looks awesome to me. At the same exact time, I understand where people say, oh, it looks super flat, it doesn't look great, because in movement, game looks really pretty. When you pause it, sometimes the game looks like spaghetti. And you're like, I don't know. I understand those critiques, but also the way I was thinking, trying to activate dev brain inside of me is like, they are trying to probably get this thing on as many PCs as they possibly can. And when you take a look at the recommended specs of Marathon, this game can run on a toaster. So I'm looking at them with the yes, this is a nice visual, but they are trying to get this thing on as many screens as humanly possible. Where's the middle ground? And I think that's where this art style lands. But yeah, man, like, I'm so sold on this game. That said, I come over to T on this one. All right. Maybe T wants to read this question. I don't know. But T, I said something last week. That could get me canceled. But I said it because I felt like in the space where the word was used, I think it's a term of endearment. And I think people on our Discord said it right. I may be crucified here on the States, but I will be crowned a hero in Britain.
I am not brave.
Is this what you texted me about after the show?
Yes.
And said that you okay. Is this
what's your thoughts on serving cunt?
Oh, I'm fine with that word. I'm fine with that word. Okay. I'm not one of those people that's like offended by that word at all.
I feel like we shouldn't say it more than 3 times on podcasts.
I feel like YouTube might not like it if you say it enough. I know that because I reacted to Memento as one of my earliest movies on the reaction channel, and it got blocked because she said a couple words like that in succession, and YouTube did not like that. So maybe only say it like twice or 3 times a show.
Fair enough.
But I don't have an issue with it.
Well, it looks like you're going to say it next because you volunteered. Green Gorilla Gamer writes in.
Green Gorilla Gamer writes, good afternoon, lads and maybe lady. Hello, I'm here. Who the fuck knows anymore? Are you okay, Light? No, I'm not. If you are here, can you read my question this week? Expletives and all. Sure. Another day, another Maserati for the CEO, while I pay for fucking parking at my job site. LOL. It's been a week. With that, though, I can't believe Joe cut half my right in from last week. Must have been because I called him cue ball or something like that. So let's talk Marathon again. Green Gorilla Gamer's choosing fighting.
Yeah, it's because he's ugly.
I'm still hyped for this game after seeing the gameplay, but I'm kind of pissed at gamers in general. As soon as the price tag got slapped on it, people started saying, oh, it's just another Concord that isn't going to be successful. Like, when will you be happy? And something like that. Shut the fuck up. Gamers complain about games having battle passes and loot boxes when they're free to play, but then complain when you have to buy a multiplayer game, but it's fully packaged. Usually I won't say all the time. But, like, do people remember that we actually paid for Destiny 1 and Destiny 2? Yeah, D2 went free to play later, but we willingly pay like $100 every time a DLC drops because we know that shit is good. Like, people need to think, and I mean really think, before they just start dunking on new titles, comparing them to Concord or whatever other game saying they'll fail. What do y'all think? Am I wrong? Should it be free to play instead of paid? You don't have to say this next part late if you're reading this, but shout out Joe for serving cunt on the show last week. You're very welcome. At Ghettoberry. I was dying at work. Much love to y'all. God bless.
That's 2. One more time. That's it.
We're coming.
Kyle, it's your turn, bud.
No, I won't say it. I'm not brave enough.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, I think you're totally right, dude. Like, it's so crazy because this is if it's $40, this is as much as what they ask for every time there's an expansion that comes out, and I never hear anybody go, yeah, but like, why? This should just be in the game. It's like everybody's like, okay, cool, there's a new class in a new area, and there's a guy that looks like a salmon. And he's the bad guy. We got to shoot him. It's like, sign me up. And there's a new raid, sign me up. It's like, it's a really tired argument, and it is something that like gamers and folks that are super plugged into the industry don't kind of realize we are not the mainstay audience. Like you said it perfectly. Like there are people beyond these social media walls that are honed in on this game or games like this, or just honed in on games in general and just not part of the conversation. And they're the people that are going out there and buying these games, right? Or maybe not buying these games. But I think we have not even gotten hands-on of this game yet, and trust me, there will be alphas and alphas next week. We may be in next week. I don't know. We may be turning people into backpacks before you know it. But like, we haven't gotten hands-on of the gameplay yet, and we're already going, what? How much? So I just think people gotta kind of cool off and realize we are not the core demographic, or we're not the sole demographic of what this game is, and it reflects when you take a look at their socials, the videos and the live stream. The live stream is overwhelmingly positive. Outside the gameplay trailer reveal, which was mixed but leaning positive, it was overwhelmingly positive on everything. So it's like, this is, I think, a conversation people are having on certain social media sites because if it bleeds, it leads. Rather than having good faith arguments as to like, and we could have good faith arguments as to like, does this price tag make sense? Why or why not? I don't know.
Yep. Well, it's like we say in the Lightweight household. If you want to get clicks on the internet, you need hot takes or thought takes, and that's what gets all the click rage bait, all that, you know. So people will find something to complain about, and they will rage about it.
I did like show a little ankle before show.
I do like Silkana and Jacko's Green Gorilla Gamer asking people on the internet to think. Poor guy.
Poor guy. I know, right? Yikes. All right, gang, let's not go too hard on this next one because, man, I'm tired. It's more like a heads up.
Sure. Chris Scully at VGC writes, PS5 Digital Edition price has been increased in the UK, Europe, and Australia for the second time. The PS5 Digital Edition now costs $499.99. I always say this. Is that the euro sign or is that the pound sign? Are they one and the same?
That is pound.
Euro. Oh.
One's pound, one's euro. Just call it European funny money. Yeah.
I love how that was perfect timing. Could not plan that.
$389 is pound.
That's euro.
That's
Thank you.
euro.
In the UK, the console now costs $499.99.
The Germans right now that are listening, they're just like, and they beat us in the war.
Up from its previous price of €449.99, an increase of 50. Meanwhile, in the UK, the console now costs $429.99, up from the previous $389.99. This is the second time Sony has raised the price of the PS5 Digital Edition, having previously done so in 2022. The console originally cost $399.99 in Europe and $359.99 in the UK, meaning the new price marks a total increase of €100 since launch. The standard PS5 console and PS5 Pro will not receive price increases in the UK or Europe for now. Australia and New Zealand are also getting price increases today on both the digital and standard PS5 consoles. In Australia, the digital edition will now cost $749.95, up from $649.95 and $599.95 before that. And the standard edition with disc drive will cost $829.95, up from $79.95 and $749.95. One thing that will be getting a price cut, however, is the disc drive itself, which will be dropping to £69.99 pounds in the UK and €79.99 in Europe. In a statement on the official PlayStation blog, Sony Interactive Entertainment Vice President of Global Marketing Isabel Tomatis said in a statement, quote, "With the backdrop of a challenging economic environment, including high inflation and fluctuating exchange rates, SIE has made the tough decision to raise the recommended retail price of the PlayStation 5 console in select markets in Europe, Middle East, and Africa, Australia, and New Zealand," end quote. And this little
Real
second...
quick.
Yeah.
Just shout out to you, Kyle, for reading all of those numbers.
Yeah.
I'm not even dyslexic, and my brain was dyslexic. So good on you for doing that.
Yeah, I felt really guilty midway through his reading. I was like, I should have
It's fine.
Maybe
That
I
was a
should
lot
come
of
in and help.
numbers.
Thank you both. From PS Lifestyle, they also write, Sony announced the PS Plus price hike in 15 Latin American countries. Although Japan, European countries, and North America seem safe for now, today's news has everyone else bracing themselves.
Oh, and by the way, update to that: the Canadian prices for PlayStation Plus have gone up to astronomical amounts. Like I believe PlayStation Premium is $225 extra, $190. Essential is $110.
That's
Holy shit.
crazy.
All this because of a trade war and more. This is so stupid. It's like one of these things where I don't even know whose fault it is anymore. You know, like there was almost a global recession. There's probably a depression our way again, and it's just like I don't know which way's up. I just know this all sucks.
Mm-hmm.
When do we hit the ceiling? That's what I keep asking. At what point can we no longer sustain the increase in price before we see? I mean, we're already seeing fallout in the industry, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Nissa in the chat says I canceled my PS Plus. I think this is very much time where like people outside the states, you got to reevaluate what you use this product for, and then act accordingly. And even us in the states, like, yeah, man, I can't survive another price increase. Like I'm already like not via protest, but this actually alerted me. I gotta drop my membership down to extra. Premium just not worth it for me.
Yeah, that's
And
the thing. I have both Game Pass and PS Plus, and I haven't used. I'm using PS Plus right now for Blueprints, and that's it. Like that's the first time I've used it, and I don't even know how long. Like, why am I paying for it? I don't know. Just because I felt like I needed it.
Yeah.
Like, why am I paying for it? Same thing with Game Pass. I don't really use it anymore.
Yeah, and I was in the same boat. I'm like, I'm just using this for Blueprints this month, and then like I'm playing it maybe for Marvel Rival, but like even then, it's like, well, maybe I just turn this thing off and wait for Marathon, because free to play games is from what I'm aware of, you don't need PlayStation Plus for. So like, yeah, why am I continuing using this thing for what? Maybe a free game that I'm interested in next month. It's like, oh,
It'd be a different story if it was the service that we all hope and dream it is, with like tons of PlayStation classics ready to go.
sure.
But that's not it. We get like a drip feed 2 or 3 every month or so if we're lucky.
Ooh, and a couple of demos. That's great. It's like, now, man, you're really making us reevaluate the service, what value we actually get from it, and like maybe just go, yeah, essentials is probably maybe the only thing I do.
I did get a notification yesterday on my PlayStation that Sony has given me a free credit to watch a movie on the PlayStation.
Hey,
cool. Great.
Watch
all your
Venom
movies
2.
are on all the other streaming platforms that I already am a subscriber to. So what am I going to use this for?
It's all this is dumb. We're in year 5 of this console generation, and they're only going up in price. It's like, I would like to say, damn Sony, damn Xbox, damn Nintendo, but it's like the price keeps on going up for every single one of them.
Yeah.
Like no one's the hero here. It all sucks for
Bacon in chat makes a good point. They kind of force you into PS Plus because cloud saves are part of the PS Plus subscription. So you're going to have to keep it at the lowest tier, at least, so you can have that option. Man, it's just it's too
the
much.
one thing about, like, I'm like, you know what? Thank goodness Xbox did, and then it's like probably next week they're like, and we're upping the price of Game Pass. So it's like, I don't even know. It's, again, everything's topsy-turvy. Everything is great. Andrew Hill writes in from Blue Sky. Everything is cool if you don't watch CNN. Everything is breaking and planes are exploding. All right. Could you see video game physical prices going up in price because of tariffs, but digital versions not be affected? Question mark.
No.
Who we joking here?
No. Listen.
Yeah.
These companies want their money. If they're going to increase the prices for one, they're going to increase the prices for the other. No way in hell are we getting a cheaper digital. No way in hell. I wish, logically, we should already have a cheaper digital.
That's what I was going to say. If that was the case, it would already be cheaper digital now. It is not.
Why are they the same price? It makes no sense. Makes no sense.
Dude, we are gonna see 80. I'm gonna say this as Mr. Pessimistic here. We are gonna see $80 be the normal of all games by the end of this generation. Like, look, like by year 2 of the PlayStation Plus, or sorry, PlayStation 5 on the market, that $10 got evaporated by just inflation alone. Like, nah, man, we're gonna see games become. They're learning, literally, Nintendo especially are learning all the wrong lessons right now. It's like, no, some games you could price them to be $100. Like, I think we talked about it last week, GTA 6. It's like, because we're having the conversation, we're already allowing them the leeway to make a game that's not $70 off the rip. So, a base game. So for me, it's just like, this is, it's gonna be rough. Our favorite hobby is getting very expensive for a lot more people out there, and it sucks.
I'm also it's only been 2 events now, with the marathon this weekend and Nintendo Direct. I'm getting tired of them hiding the price from these shows.
Yes.
Just tell it to us. Rip the Band-Aid off. Don't let us figure it out afterwards, because that makes things worse.
Because you have to know it already. There's no, like, in
1,000,000%.
Nintendo's case, they knew it. They just didn't say it in the show.
Yep.
Like, with Marathon's case, you have to know what it's going to be. And if you don't know yet, why do you not know yet?
Yeah.
It's shady, and
I
I
don't know.
really, really do not like it.
Yeah, fair. Kevin Ainsworth writes in, might be breaking news. We covered it. Don't worry, bud. But Canadians are getting that email about PlayStation Plus prices going up. How soon until the same in the US? Although conversation-wise, see the prices match what we are already paying in the US. When will we see a price increase? I don't know. Part of me thinks part of these price increases is because the North American market is so important to Sony, Xbox, and Nintendo that we are very unlikely to see it yet. But dude, the tariff right now situation is like 246%. He's this dumb fucking idiot. He's just throwing a number going, is it a bigger one than last time? Throw it on there. It's escalation for escalation's sake. I don't know, man.
I say, viewers at home, people listening right now in your cars or your earphones, bookmark what Joe just said. Because next week, I guarantee you, we will be talking about a U.S. price hike. I feel it in my bones. I just feel
It's coming.
I'm just going to go vomit. I'll be right back. Like, what the hell?
I guess Light won't be here next week. She's sick again.
Hey, guys. Light's not here. Price increase made her sick. She got an upset tummy.
She's bouncing off her padded cell.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's coming. It just, how soon? I don't know. Bummer news.
Anyways, move on.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go to something happy. Let's go to something happy.
All right.
The next story.
Kyle Stevenson, let's give some hopium. Let's give some happiness. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Don't look outside. Don't look outside.
What are we,
Just
in
look
Bird
at
Box?
Oblivion.
Freaking blizzard outside today.
Oh, is it
Kidding
snowing
me?
up there?
It
Dude,
snowed in
I'm
April.
still sick.
Whoa,
Go away.
that's crazy.
It was literally 70 like 2 days ago, and today we had a
Yeah,
blizzard.
it's
Why?
But apparently
Anyways.
climate change isn't real. Anyways, Tom Henderson at the VGC writes, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered screens and details have leaked. Screenshots and details of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered have appeared online. First found on Reset Era, the images show off comparison images from the original game and the new remaster. According to the website, the game will be titled The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered and is being developed in collaboration with Bethesda, Bethesda Dallas, and Bethesda Rockville are working on the game alongside Virtuous. Oblivion Remastered will release for PC, Xbox Series X and S, including Game Pass, and PlayStation 5, according to the site. A deluxe edition of the game will also be released alongside the normal version. The deluxe edition of the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered will include bonuses such as extra weapons and horse armor. The horse armor is a nod to the horse armor DLC pack for the original game, which became a long-running meme in the gaming community. The Oblivion Remastered will reportedly feature a visual as well as a mechanical overhaul of the game. Improvements to the game's blocking system have reportedly been inspired by Souls-like games, while sneak icons are now highlighted in the new system, according to MP First. Quote, the stamina system was modified to be less frustrating for the player, making the knockdown that occurs when stamina is depleted more difficult to activate through changes in calculation methods, the publication claimed. The HUD was changed to make it easier to understand and more aesthetically appealing to young players. Hit reactions were also added to improve the response to damage inflicted on the player and NPCs. Finally, archery was improved to make it more playable and modern in both third and first person viewpoints, end quote. Light, I am so happy for you. You're muted, Joe.
Whoops, I'm sorry. I said go off, fam. Go off.
I am so excited. I've only played Oblivion once. I played it in college after Skyrim because I was obsessed with Skyrim, as we all know. You know this about me. I am so excited for this. Oblivion is such a great game. It is so good. I'm so excited to go back and fight the Daedra in the little Oblivion portals. I'm so excited for all the wonky, crazy side quests. Like, I love Skyrim, but it's a lot of the same. You're delving into ruins. You're fighting a dragon. Like, I love Skyrim, don't get me wrong, but it's a lot of the same. Oblivion is just a work of art. And I've only played it once because it hasn't been touched, right? And that I tried to get back into it and I just couldn't do it again because it was just a little too old. But there's just something beautiful about Oblivion. And I cannot wait. And if this doesn't actually come out next week, I will actually cry. And also, Bethesda, we're besties. Give me a collector's edition, please, because I wasn't playing this when it first came out. I have no Oblivion merch. I have no Skyrim merch. Please, let me buy something from you. I know I was just complaining about prices, but I will give you my wallet. So
And see, this is the other thing. It's like, as we say, like, games are getting too expensive. You put out Red Dead Redemption 1 with a little, I don't know, a pony statue. I will pay top dollar for that. Like,
that's the thing.
They know FOMO gets you. It's nuts. You're right.
If you give me something tangible that I could have, like, it doesn't even have to be a collector's edition, but give me a figurine or some sort of stupid merch I can put in my background where I have no more room. Give it to me and I will buy it.
Yeah.
I will buy it. You don't need to make it $100. Make other things that I can buy. I will buy them. I will keep you in business by myself. I have no control.
Like, I bought a Last of Us controller. I have 8 of these things. I don't need any more. But a fancy little controller I'm going to hop on. What about you, Kyle Stevenson?
Well, I have a question from the chat because I have not played Oblivion. So Light, being a massive fan of Skyrim, Andrew Hill in chat goes, is there any connection story-wise, or is this a standalone thing?
Standalone thing. They're all in the same world. So you could have like a map of all the different games. They're all on the same planet, but it's standalone.
Nice.
Like there'll be some things that like you'd recognize if you played Oblivion. You fight the Daedra a lot, or like Daedra princes and demons and things like that. You'll see some of those in Skyrim, so you'd be like, oh, I recognize that from Oblivion, but you don't have to have played one to play the other. The stories aren't connected in that way that I remember. Like I said, I played it once in college. So if there's some lore nerd out there, shush yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of similar with like Avowed and the Pillars of Eternity universe. Like Avowed is technically in that universe, but you don't have to play those to enjoy Avowed, from what I've heard.
Right. There's like, if you played it, you'll catch things from Oblivion in Skyrim, but you don't need to.
Yeah. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, someone in chat or one of those nerds, you can yell at me. Patrick Stewart, I believe, is the king. Something in the recess of my brain.
Yeah, I don't know.
Me
maybe
Sir Patrick Stewart is the king. I remember the Spike TV lower third as they're like, and Sir Patrick Stewart. Yeah.
Now, what we need next, if Oblivion translates well, because I just saw Nisa talking about this, Morrowind. That's really what we need a remake of, because I remember watching my dad play Morrowind when I was in elementary school and loved watching him play that game. And then I tried to play it myself a couple years ago, and I died to the very first ant that I fought because I could not hit the thing. I could not land a blow. I do not know what I was doing. It was rough and I couldn't do it. So if Oblivion goes well and then you want to do Morrowind, again, people will buy it. People will buy it.
And
We have
real
to
talk.
just before you continue, Joe. Let's talk
Go
about
for it.
this. Some of the voice cast here, because yes, you are right. Patrick Stewart is in the game. He voices Emperor Uriel Septim the Seventh.
Nice.
Okay.
Sean Bean is also in the game. Ned Stark
Probably
from Game
nice.
of Thrones, Emperor Martin Septim, and then we have Wonder Woman herself, Linda Carter, who plays
Oh.
the female Nords and female orcs in the game.
Hell yes.
That's wild.
I hope so. In the original Oblivion, it might have been Linda. I don't know. There's a line for an NPC line where she does the line and she messes up and she's like, hold on, let me do that again. And then she starts the line again and they didn't cut the first take.
I love
So
that
when you're
much.
walking through, you can hear that happen. Please, Lord, have that still be in the game. Please.
That would be
It was
amazing.
quirky. It was
Yeah.
fun. It was like they didn't take themselves too seriously. Well, maybe they did,
I
but like
love
it
that.
didn't. But it
Yeah.
please. I just hope that that little magic of it isn't lost. And I don't think it will be. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
You're talking to Sir Patrick Stewart. He's like, "There's a snare in my right ear." What? There's snare. We need snare. God, I'm going for break.
He just goes
yeah,
into
no.
X-Men lines randomly.
You should have killed me when you had a chance, Charles.
He
Wait,
starts
you're
talking about
reading
the
it-
Borg.
Yeah.
He's just in a robe. No, I'm very excited for this because I didn't appreciate it as a young kid. So I played it when it was like first came out on the original Xbox. If my memory is correct, it was like a launch game, and I was playing it and I did not like it because I was dumb. I was a little kid. It wasn't a gun, and so I was like, I heard Sir Patrick Stewart's in it. I love X-Men too, and I bought this game, and I was just like, I'm finding a crab. I remember I got into a portal. I was like, shit's stupid, and I just put in Call of Duty 2. So I want to try it again as someone who actually is cultured now. And so yeah, I'm very excited. That said, like I'll bring this one to you. If there is a physical release or a
Mhm.
digital release,
Mm-hmm.
which one are you going for?
Physical.
All right, fair enough.
Give me well, maybe both. I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe both. I don't know. I don't know.
Digital,
just-
so you
I will
can
buy
play
it
it
all.
immediately. A physical, whenever it arrives in the mail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I need to play it the second it comes out. So I'll get the digital, but also I want the disc. And you know, if you want to have a steel disc,
Right.
Mhm.
am I asking for too much? Maybe.
So real talk, I am thinking if this is like a steelbook case, I'm in. I will go steelbook case all the way, and I'll wait for it to come in the mail because I'm playing Indiana. I got thoughts on that in a bit, but like I got time. I could wait for that game. But Kyle, I'll bring this over to you, and
Yeah.
then we'll get into Flash news.
Well, we got some questions.
This is in the middle. All right, we do have. Sorry, my bad. This is in the middle of
Don't remind
so
me,
many
please.
games coming out.
Don't remind me, please. The next few weeks are incredibly stacked.
You got
Maybe.
Expedition 33.
Yep.
Okay.
We got
Trip
Forza
to Trace.
Horizon coming to PlayStation.
Next week. Which one are you picking up, dude?
I
Let me know.
can't answer that question. I can't. Because
Okay,
my
fair enough.
backlog for this year is already so big.
Yeah.
And I still have to finish AC Shadows. I gotta finish that one still. I'm still running around getting all the Eagle points still.
You're
in
right.
the very first area. So like it's there's too much. I don't know if I can take on another bigger RPG at the moment.
Okay.
But I will, because it's one of Light's favorite things. I definitely want to pick it up and check it out. And by the year,
Honest to God.
before the year is over, I'm going to pledge
Yeah.
it right here, right now. On April 16th, 2025, I will play Oblivion for the first time.
Okay.
And I will complete it. It will happen.
Welcome to the dark side.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Light's recommendations have been so on point. It is because of her I played The Witcher 3. It is one of the greatest games I've ever played. So
Listen, I might not be a diverse gamer, but I know my games, okay?
Can you romance orcs?
I don't remember
goblins?
if there's romance in it,
Mm.
if I'm being honest with you. I don't know if I was at that point in my life when I
Fair
played this game that I cared about that.
Let me know if I could bring a goblin and
Although I did romance,
that'd be
I
good.
did romance in Skyrim, so that's not
Okay.
true.
Let me
That's not
let
Wait,
true.
who
me
did you
I don't
romance in
remember.
Skyrim? Who did you romance in Skyrim?
I think Ayla,
Correct choice.
my first playthrough. And I also think my second playthrough, I romanced the blacksmith in Riften.
All right, respectable.
That was when we had the
Taller.
DLC where you could build houses because I wanted him
Yeah.
to be like at my house.
I
his
did
muscles.
put into Google, can I
And
bang an
strong
orc in
hands.
Oblivion? And nothing came
Okay.
up.
Damn it!
So
Well, Katie writes in, good evening, Trophy Room Trio. Hope we are well and Light is feeling better. 90% there. I'm gonna ship her these Chinese Zyrtec. After many painful months of speculation and rumors of the Oblivion remaster, and it's very well real. So will you guys be jumping in? Ooh, yeah, we already answered, my bad. And very interested to hear if you will jump in, Light. So since you have so much love for Skyrim and Oblivion is such a great game, my favorite Elder Scrolls and Bethesda game, will be jumping in next week if those rumors are true. Yes, I will.
Do I get an Oblivion tattoo?
I mean, which one do you like more, Oblivion or Skyrim?
I mean, I already have Skyrim. Why not have both?
Oh, yeah, then go for both.
I'm gonna get a Witcher tattoo, but I'm waiting for. I have an idea, but I need something to come into the mail before I can get the tattoo because I have to make sure it's
I was thinking the
accurate
same
before I
thing.
get the tattoo. And
Thinking
the
the
Witcher
same thing.
account told me not to get a Witcher tattoo until the game comes out. And to that I say,
Come
what are you,
Let a
my
girl dream.
dad? Don't tell me what to
"Are you
do.
my dad?"
on.
I'm gonna get. I need to call my tattoo artist because I've got like 5 tattoos that I need on my body, post haste.
One is a Kermit the Frog.
No.
Destiny writes in, hello, Wonder Trio. Hope y'all are alive and well, and with her annual sickness quota currently fulfilled. With the Oblivion remaster release and the debacle on whether it's a remake or a remaster, do you think companies should make a better distinction between these terms? From what I've seen, Oblivion is more of a remake than The Last of Us Part 1, so nothing makes sense anymore. Also, do you think they're naming it remaster because it's a visual upgrade and there are no quality of life improvements? You're right, Decibel. This is really weird, and it is way more of a remake than Last of Us Part
Like,
1.
Didn't what we just read mention mechanical upgrades?
Right.
So that is more than a visual
tweaks.
upgrade. So I would put it in the remake camp. I guess maybe are we in the world of like remake is a bad word, a naughty word that people don't like, and remaster is more acceptable? I guess.
So here's what I'm thinking. Remake is when you want to sell something at full price. Remaster is when you don't want to sell it at full price.
I personally,
Yeah.
in my headcanon, it makes the most sense to me. Where a remaster is where you're taking the game and you're just polishing it up so that it plays a little nicer and looks a little nicer for the consoles. A remake is you are rebuilding it from the ground up. You are creating the same game again, but you are creating it from the ground up.
Yeah.
That's not how the companies see it, but in my head, that's how I feel like it should be. But it mostly seems like companies are just like, okay, Bethesda's going to say remaster and Naughty Dog's going to say remake. And like, it's just which word do you want to use? But they almost mean the same thing in these companies' eyes, it seems like.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, how is this not a remake?
And like, why and why not give it the big, like, that's the thing, is like, why not give this thing a big marketing push? Why not wait until June? Because Expedition 33.
Don't wait for June.
I'm sorry. What was I thinking? Well, but like Expedition 33, a game that you're partnered with, and an RPG, a Western one, coming out next week too. So it's kind of like you're shooting them in the foot a little bit. So it's like, for me, there's so like, I get it, Microsoft, you did it, you hit the cadence, you're crushing it. But like, why not just throw this game? Why not shadow drop it during E3? You know what I mean? Or whatever.
Do
you
they
call
know
it.
something we don't know about GTA?
Huh. Huh.
They could. But also, when you think about it, we're getting, what, Doom, middle of May.
Mhm.
Okay.
June is Death Stranding 2.
Okay.
So it's another big release
Shit,
there.
I forgot to keep playing Death Stranding. I need to finish that.
So, like, there are big releases coming.
Right.
So
That's the thing. Every month we're getting hit with something every month. So it's like we're gonna step on
1,000,000%.
somebody. Like, granted, it doesn't have to be the same week,
sure.
Right.
but it's always something right now, which is great. That's not a complaint.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
I mean, my wallet might beg to differ, and my clock might beg to differ, but my soul is happy.
That's right. That's right.
You know what? That's
Always
all that
makes me
matters.
forget.
Right.
That's all that matters.
Always makes me forget of these trying times. Yeah, that's right. Daredevil Born Again gave me a reason to live another year. For crying out loud.
I genuinely think Oblivion will heal me. I think I'm gonna play Oblivion,
Sure,
and I'm
sure.
not gonna get sick until next winter.
Same.
Calling it now.
I
Also, if you want to make an Oblivion guidebook again, that would be great.
Oh my god. Yeah. Dude, remember, like, I think Skyrim was the last guide game.
Oh no.
No?
I've got the Shadows guidebook coming in right now.
Stream
you're
can't
real-
see it,
gonna
but you
love
guys can. You see right next to over there?
Yeah.
Those are all guidebooks. My table is filled with the stack of them. I've got
A
like
Cyberpunk guidebook.
I've got a Cyberpunk one. I've got
How the
Origins
fuck do you have?
guidebook?
You don't even. You haven't even played. What?
I bought it when it first came out because like it had lore in it before the game came out. I got the book beforehand. So
I need
Cyber-
another Skyrim guidebook though. If anyone has one that they want to send to me, that'd be awesome because my cover ripped off because that thing
yeah.
I used that book. I've written all over it. That's been loved.
That was me with the Star Ocean Second Story one when I was a kid. Like pages were falling out because I was using that so much.
Yep. Same with the Star Wars art book. I'm looking at this Cyberpunk 2077
I mean,
official.
Joe,
30
so Data
bucks.
puts it in chat. Do you know Elden Ring has guidebooks? And they're filled with art.
Is
and
it
there's
by
like
Prima?
I don't know, but there's like 3 of them because they're ginormous.
Oh, I have the
Yeah, I
Red
see
Dead
that.
2 guidebook.
Mm-hmm.
That's been
Holy
used a
shit,
lot
it's beautiful,
to
dude.
get my platinum.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Guidebooks are
it's
great. They need to
hardcover.
make a comeback.
Holy shit. Maybe this should be the thing I collect. Far more economically reasonable. Elden Ring, Shadow of the Earth Tree. Here's the thing: Books of Knowledge, Volume 2.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. I could get a 20% coupon. Let's see what we do here. Add to cart.
I know too far away. I
Just
can't
looking.
grab them.
Just looking. Add to cart. How much is it?
I have some really beautiful Final Fantasy ones that have a hardcover and they have like the ribbon bookmark in them.
That's nice.
They're gorgeous.
The Cyberpunk one is a hardcover.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have an
You
Animal
just-
Crossing guidebook, which I restarted. I nuked my island and restarted it.
Nice.
That's where that's how you know where I'm at right now.
That
So I've been using my guidebook.
honestly my
When you
favorite
say
part.
bring me back to 2020, you know things have gone so wrong.
Honestly, my favorite part of working at GameStop was waiting for the guides to be pennied out, so we would just get them
Yep.
for like free.
So the Red Dead 2
was.
guidebook, I bought it for Mr. Light, and when it came out on a day I wasn't working or something, and I went to GameStop to get it, and it was the last copy, and the worker was like, "Damn it! If nobody bought it today, I was going to be able to buy it," and I was like, "Heh heh."
Well, it sucks to suck.
And then I apologized. I was like, "Sorry, that was not nice," and then we left. And
Suck
he
it,
probably
Derek.
after we walked away.
Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious! All right, gang, it's time for Flash News. Gotta run. Gotta go fast. Oh my goodness, we got so much to talk about. Flash News is gonna be real quick. Season premiere of HBO's The Last of Us season 2, episode 1, performed 10% better than season 1, episode 1. So congratulations. Already renewed for season 3. Let's freaking go. Can't wait. I can't wait to see how this story's told, man.
Also, before you continue with Flash News, another Last of Us related Flash News. PlayStation just randomly dropped a new Steelbook collection for PS Direct since last week.
Yes, I knew I was forgetting something.
I was
Talk
proud of
about
myself. I didn't get it.
I want it because I'm a massive fan. I want the Steelbook, but I can't afford it, and it's on PS Direct, and they hate me. So
There's
Godspeed
also
that
like
edition.
what?
It's
How many
100 and
how many
some bucks.
versions? How many versions do you
million.
need to release?
I know it's awful.
It's too much.
It's
I love
awful.
you, but it's too much.
It really it's like, we get it, guys. The show came out and you need something to sell people on. But you already sold them on a controller. Like, the controller I think is like fine. It's Last
Did
of
your
Us.
controllers come in?
Yeah, that's what I was about to show off.
I didn't open mine yet.
Why are yours in the boxes? You heathens!
Not me.
I'll
Not
open
me.
up right now.
Oh,
I
yours is on
just
a stand.
haven't had time.
Wait.
That's right. That's right.
Where'd you get the stand from?
Wait! Where'd you get
Yeah.
that from?
So it's
that
funny how
3D
life works
printed?
out. This is a 3D printed stand. My brother invested in like one of those fancy 3D printers, and I go, Dan, can you? Sorry, my liege, he's the Costco king. I go, could you print us out the like? Can you print me out some? And he's like, you have to pay for the filament. I'm like, of course you do. Of course I do. Fine. I mean, fine. Okay, how much is the filament? $25, and it has gotten me. It's going to be getting me 6 of these stands. So this is my collection for these controllers. I got one for The Last of Us, one for God of War, one for Spider-Man, and then let me run. You guys talk. Say something cute or something.
Kyle, I
Something
didn't mean to bully you into
controversial.
opening your controller.
No, I've been meaning to. I was just, again, life. It's weird. Like
So
on the inside, this part is ripped. Like
weird.
it's very strange.
Also, what the heck? We don't get cords with it anymore. With
Yeah,
controllers, they stopped giving cords
did.
like a while ago, and that's bullshit. If you ask me.
I think it's because
Nobody
they
asked
switched. I think they switched
If you do,
when they switched to USB-C. They were like, everyone's got a bunch of them already, I guess. But
what's that one?
hell
Oh,
no.
hell
And then I
Helldivers.
got a Helldivers one.
Does
The
it say
Helldivers
Helldivers on it? I can't see it.
This one doesn't. My brother's printing out the one that does.
So, post show, remind me.
Yeah.
Something to do with trophies.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hey, Kyle, say something cute.
Cute.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, this is great.
Well,
This
oh
is
my
a,
God.
this is a
for
really good
audio
picture.
listeners. Joe's controller stand was like a black stand that molded to his controller, and it said "The Last of Us" engraved on the front with a
Yes.
little. Was it a dragonfly on there? What was it? On
Let's see.
Firefly, I mean.
Might have just turned on my PlayStation, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wanted another
Nice.
tattoo so bad, and it's got to be Last of Us.
It has to be.
I
All right, gang.
need-
Matt.
need
oh, sorry.
to.
Yes. Matt Piscatella on Blue Sky writes, here's a funny one. Assassin's Creed Shadows has been the best-selling video game in the United States for each of its first 3 weeks in the market, according to Sakana's retail tracking service. Dollar sales, latest data through April 5th, currently ranks second only to Monster Hunter Wilds.
Suck it, you pea-smelling dorks.
The Venn diagram of angry dudes with unwashed asses and white dudes that own katanas are so angry right now, and it's a perfect circle.
But didn't you hear?
Yeah.
According to the grifters who featured me in the video,
Oh, yeah.
the
Mhm.
only
Oh.
reason it's doing so well is because they gave influencers that they paid off free codes to give away.
Mm.
I gave away a whopping 1 code, but I'm the reason their numbers are so good.
Even when it says dollar sales.
Mhm. Yep.
Okay.
This brings me back to when you talk to normal people that are not
Right.
part of the Twitter sphere.
Yeah.
They were very excited. People who play Assassin's Creed were very excited for this game. Like my cousin just texted me and was like, "Hey, what about the Shadows game?" I was like, "Hey, it's fun, get it." And he got it. And he just randomly texted me. He's like, "I love playing as Naue." He's not a huge gamer. He does game, but he's not a huge gamer. He's loving it.
Mhm.
And he was excited for it. So like that's the thing. You get people who are just normal people who are not like obsessed with gaming like we are, And Assassin's Creed is a franchise they love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I think we have to exit the idea of like this is what everybody's talking about, or this is how this one crowd perceives things, because that's just not how the real world works. And I think we've all been a little bit internet brained ever since 2020, because we've been on our phones trying to understand the world and through that lens, and it's just kind of fried us a little bit. That said, I didn't know that guy that looks like Unabomber's only friend wasn't just ugly, but he's also dumb. He doesn't even know how to read. Again, dollar sales. It is funny because these people they just make it up, man. Like they're just making it up as they go, and then other dumb fools who know better just follow, because it's just they're all angry. And they all don't understand that their anger is all misplaced, because the people that are making them so angry are pointing the finger at people that have nothing to do with their problems. It's the people that are distracting you are the problems. And so it's just, yeah, this just proves again, internet's not reality. The echo chamber of Twitter is not reality. All the social media places, Twitter's dying, all of it. Just people are kind of getting information overload of just hate and dumb. And I think people need a hard reset. And so I'm very happy to see Shadows succeed the way it's doing, despite men who have unwashed asses saying otherwise. In news that only I care about, ex-Firaxis developers Star Wars strategy game unveiled. This comes from Push Square, I believe. I'll just cut it short. Guys, by Friday, we're going to find out, because of Star Wars Celebration, that Respawn and Bit Reactor are making an XCOM-styled Star Wars game. It looks like it's prequel-based. There's a Jedi, there's a bounty hunter, there is a battle droid.
Is there a Gungan?
And I'm in. We could assume there's going to be a Gungan.
Okay.
Yeah, Misa not going to like that. I'm so in. I can't wait for this, and I love this. Give me, please.
I'm not even a strategy game girly, but I might have to try, because I do love Star Wars. Although I have to watch all the animated stuff, so maybe I have to do that before the game comes out.
Oh my God, you're in for such a.
I've only seen the movies and the Mandalorian show. That's it.
That's fair. Yeah, you know what then? Watch the animated shows. There, I think Barrett Courtney over at Kind of Funny. He has a good list of like, here's this, because like the cartoon is all over the place in terms of quality and what's actually linear and like to the story. Find whatever cut that they suggest, and then watch it and watch all the new stuff, like all the new animated stuff. Every episode of Rebels is a must
Rebels
watch.
is great. Yeah.
T, you are gonna cry so hard, because I cried like a big dumb kid at the end of that show. And then when you're done with all the animated stuff, watch Ahsoka.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't watched Ahsoka yet, because I felt like I had to watch the animated stuff in order to really appreciate her character. Like, I know of her because of The Mandalorian, but like I don't know her. You know what I mean?
Oh man, wait, dude. And then honestly, watch it again when Lil Light's growing up. And then that's going to give her the coolest freaking role model ever.
She is so obsessed with Pokemon right now. We started buying Pokemon cards, and we're building our own Pokédex with Pokemon cards.
That's so awesome. I love that.
And she loves the show, and she knows the moves, and she knows the evolutions. And when she doesn't know what they're called, she calls them all Aerodactyl if she doesn't know what they're called, which is really funny. Like, that's the most random one you could choose. But yeah. She has all the starters, the stuffed animals.
Have we gotten to the episode of the show yet, or the Charmander episode yet?
Yes, we're in season 2.
Okay. How did that happen?
And
did she cry?
I don't think fully understood it. She was like, why is he on the rock? Like, she understood that he was left, but she didn't like emotionally register that he was left. But she'll randomly walk around the house, she'll go, Mr. Mime, Mr. Mime, Mr. Mime, like that. Or She loves Clefairy, but you know how Clefairy goes, Clefairy, Clefairy. She doesn't realize it's Clefairy, so she'll walk around and she'll go, the fairy, the fairy, the fairy. It's so cute.
Oh, I
Oh
love
my
that.
god. I'm gonna
And
go.
she's
I'm gonna
already
go get
asked
me
that
a
we
kid.
dress up as, she wants to be Pikachu for Halloween. She wants Mr. Light to be Ash, and she wants me to be Misty. She's already told us. And she wants
Oh,
to get the costumes now, and I have to tell her no, because she's not going to fit.
that is the cutest thing ever. Oh my god, I love this.
She's a little
All right.
nerd. I'm doing good. I'm doing
Yeah.
good.
I love. Yeah, I love this for you guys. I love this. God forbid she's into sports and soccer. Ugh.
Oh, sports.
Whoa.
What you been
Whoa.
playing, guys and gals? Kyle Stevenson, you been playing anything?
Yeah. More MLB The Show. You were talking about it earlier, but I was having a war crisis and I didn't know where it was. They had a new mode called Weekend Classic, where it was like a new multiplayer kind of rank thing where you were supposed to be playing people that were in similar like skill levels, right?
Okay.
But some people decided to be dicks. Like the top players in the game would then lose on purpose before this happened, because the way they counted what bracket you were in is the highest level you got to, not where you ended. So they got to the highest level that had the best rewards, lost on purpose a bunch. So then they would play against people like me, who sometimes I have good games, sometimes I have bad games. And then they would destroy us to win the moves. They're smurfing in MLB The Show.
Oh,
And not a fan. Not great. And like I was at number 1 on the leaderboard because I played a lot. And then at the last day, 5 other people jumped me. So I lost out on like some pretty good rewards. So I'm a little bummed at that, but it's still good. I'm slowing down a little bit just because there are other games that are taking my time. One of those is Blueprints, which I did start.
Okay. Tell me about the game. I have no idea what it is.
See, Kyle, I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm so dumb. I'm having a great time though. It's so essentially you inherit this house from your, I think, grandfather, uncle, I forgot who.
Yeah, like great uncle or something.
Yeah, great uncle or something. But you cannot get it unless you discover the 46th room of the house. And the way you do it is you walk into a door. You start in like a little foyer, and there's 3 doors. You open up a door, and then you'll get a choice of 3 rooms. A blueprint, as the name suggests of the game, of what the next room is. And each room has like a specific thing. Like there'll be a key in there, a diamond, or add extra steps to it's like your stamina kind of thing. So every room you enter and exit, you lose 1 step, and you have 50 for a day. So there's only so much you can do to get to where you need to go. But essentially is you need to find the right map to get to this 46th room, but there are puzzles along the way that other rooms will help you figure out. So you do have to be like very perceptive. I know a lot of people who play this game have very litigious notes in notebooks, which I have not gotten to that point yet.
I think I need to, because I'm making no progress.
I've got the dartboard one down. I got that one.
Yep. The 3 boxes puzzle.
The 3 puzzle
good.
box. I got those 2 out of the way. I'm now at the breaker box puzzle. Like there's a breaker box with a key card, and you have to flick some switches, and I got to figure that one out.
So I made it to the 46th room one time, but didn't realize you needed to pull levers in order to open the room. And I had pulled no levers. I've never once seen a lever. I don't know. I don't know where those are. So I've made it to that area and couldn't get in, and then ran out of steps and was like, well.
and I've had some really bad luck in what rooms I've gotten, so I have not gotten anywhere close yet. But essentially, Joe, once you run out of either no rooms that you can add on to move forward, or you run out of steps, the day restarts, and then all the rooms go away, and then you restart it. So it's kind of like a roguelike in that way, where you get like a brand new run, and you got to figure it out. The main puzzles, like the darts and the box stuff, those kind of stay the same. But yeah, it's all about moving forward, and the storytelling in it is pretty fun. Like the in-game letters, and you pick up a magnifying glass, and all the letters you can examine, and if you look closely, they will tell you the solutions to some puzzles.
I keep seeing about this magnifying glass. I've never once found the magnifying glass.
Oh,
What room is it in?
I don't remember. I think
Yeah.
I think I found it like in a dining hall, like with a big dining table. I think.
Okay. I feel like this game would A, be fun to stream because you could have chat helping you, or B, be fun to play with like other friends like on the couch with you so that you could bounce ideas off of each other and be like, okay, wait, maybe we should do this because you did that. You know, it's a lot for me to just remember all of it on my own.
Yeah.
Sure.
This would be a
As
fun
someone
like
who's not
charity
a puzzle
stream
guy.
thing where we all try to get through to the 46.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
As someone who's not a puzzle guy in the slightest, this does sound like, and I know people hate this, but it's only the way I can, how my brain's making sense of it. It sounds like if Myst was a roguelike. It's like, here's this first person mystery room game that is, you know, every run you're making meta progress, but you're always stuck at, you know, or you're always going back to level 1 when you fail.
Yeah,
But
I didn't play Myst, so I'm not sure. But not every room is a puzzle. Like there are puzzles, but the whole thing itself isn't necessarily a puzzle. Like it is, but it isn't. I don't know how to make sense of it. Like I'm not a huge puzzle person either. Like I enjoy them, but I suck at them. So I don't typically play them very much, but I was still very addicted to this loop because it didn't feel inaccessible to me, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I'd give it a try. It's on all the services, you know, like PlayStation or
and
Xbox or whatever.
it's very like the systems in it are pretty deep and layered. Like you have certain rooms of certain colors that do certain things, and you have to be aware of those. You gotta take note of like pictures in certain rooms that will unlock a room later or a puzzle later. So you do have to kind of remember, and you can't really backtrack because then you lose steps. So like,
wow,
there's a lot
Hades
going
in that
on.
regard.
What?
Yeah, it's kind of like Hades in that regard.
Sure. Yeah.
Like you're choosing a room, and they're like, "This is the room you're choosing," and
and then since you're building out a blueprint, you can like accidentally make yourself a dead end because it's like, okay, I'm gonna go to the left first, and I'm gonna add these rooms, but then like, oh, okay, I added this room here that has a door, but I can't go through that door because there is no door on the other side. So it blocks that off. So now all of a sudden I've created a dead end, or I've created I can't circle back or whatever. So like there's a lot of systems there, but it doesn't feel like a typical puzzle game.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't know how to explain it other than just try it.
Exactly. But so kind of it's like it's more of a mystery strategy roguelike that has puzzles in it.
Yeah.
So it's more strategizing of what room to place where. But you will run into some puzzles that you will need to use some brain power to figure it out.
Okay, that gives me some confidence that maybe I could do it. Because you know me and puzzles, guys. Once I heard this is a puzzle game, I was like, I don't know, kind of dumb, but I'll give it a go.
Really quickly, shout out to Tommy for the super chat. Need to celebrate. After 8 years of radiology, I finally have a day shift and can tune in live each week now. Thank you for all you guys do. Thank you, Tommy, and congratulations.
Thank you. Congrats, dude. Ooh wee. Radiology. Can we take a guess at what that is?
You don't know what radiology is?
Like X-rays?
Imaging. Yeah.
Oh my god, I nailed it. See, anything medical. I'm like, the thing at the end of my leg hurts. You're like, your foot? Yes. I still when I say the bariatric doctor, when I talk to people, I go, weight loss doctor.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm a simpleton. All right, I'm done. Moving on. Have you been playing anything that's not the blueprints?
Well, I restarted my island in Animal Crossing, so that I've been playing a little bit of the blueprints, and that's it. Lies. On my channel, I just started Black Flag for the first time. Speaking of Assassin's Creed.
God.
Everyone says it's their favorite. Everyone says it's one of the best, and I haven't played it yet, so it's time to play it.
I'm kind of jealous you're experiencing it for the first time, because a few years ago I tried to go back, and because I played it on release, I'm like, oh, this is dated, and I can't get into it. So
I am obsessed already. I've only recorded 2 videos, and I didn't want to stop. The hour flew by for both of them. I love, don't get me wrong, Origins is one of my favorite
Yep.
Assassin's Creed games. I love Shadows. I really like these modern Assassin's Creed games, but there's just something so comfort food about the old style and the old, like,
Mhm.
all these little collectible things, all these little things you can do. It's just like you lose time when you play them.
Yeah,
I love the
But
island aesthetic a lot in Black Flag.
yes.
same.
I don't know how I feel. Oh, okay, I'm only 2 hours in, so I don't know where the story's going yet. But at this point, I'm a Templar. I don't like that. That feels weird. That feels weird. Not a
Um,
fan.
I will
But I'm
say I
excited to see where
wasn't.
the story goes.
Yeah, by the end of that story, I was like, I'm here for the boats. I'm here for Pirates of the Caribbean.
Give me the
Like,
sea
that's-
shanties.
Hey, oh my God, them shanties. Ooh, um, I've been a bit of a landlubber. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've been playing a little bit of this little indie game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a little indie.
Oh.
Oh, we make jokes here. Thank you, Bethesda, for the code. Because of that, I've been playing Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. And this is a game, first and foremost, a little bit of a backdrop. I really love Indiana Jones. It's one of the first movies that me and my dad really bonded over. It was that and Naked Gun. Like we would just watch that constantly. So like Raiders holds a special place in my heart. Indie in general, just a special place in my heart. Um, and I've been trying to go in blind with this game. I saw the gameplay reveal and I was like, okay, this seems different. It seems, first person. This is crazy. I thought I would be Indiana Jones. This is Uncharted, but indie now. And it's an immersive sim. This is nuts. So it's akin to like if you ever played a game like, I don't know, Prey is a really good example of like it's a slower paced, more methodical, it's about being in the shoes of Indiana Jones. So like turning a door is like you're literally it they make it so it feels like you're turning the door as Indiana Jones. Like it's very moment to moment, seems rather I, mundane would be the right word, but because you're moving around, you're moving the controller around and your hands are constantly busy, you are immersing yourself more in the role of Indiana Jones and what you're doing in this world. So everything feels just like you are Indy. It's I'm a few hours in. I'm about to leave the Vatican, but my God, man, the first 5 minutes, it's like you captured it. I think this game does a really good job of capturing, the movies of Indiana Jones. I Troy Baker, my God, listen, I love him as Joel, but what he's doing as pseudo Harrison Ford is it's mind-boggling. Like he sounds so much like Harrison, but then he is so much of he's also putting a little bit of himself in there, and it's different enough that it doesn't feel like imitation, but it's similar in a way that like makes you feel good. And couple that with the brilliant animation and the just stellar writing, they just capture the essence of what these games are. Kyle Stevenson, you have your hand
I
up.
have one very simple question to ask about this game.
Yes. Okay.
And I think our audience will really, really enjoy it, and it'll be a huge selling point for them to pick it up on day one.
Yeah. Sure.
How are the haptics when you punch a Nazi?
Oh my God. Let me tell you something, Kyle Stevenson. Let me tell you something. Midway through this game, I'm like, I think every game that involves you punching the shit out of a Nazi is almost like a 10 out of 10. Like it never feels bad. Like, so the one thing I think you bring up uh, is combat in this game. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm like 8 hours in on this game. Combat's pretty easy to me. Like the tells of like they're about to throw a punch, so I'm hitting L1, and you do this fancy block, which depending on what object you're holding, I'll get to that in a second. The animation is different, and it feels fluid. It feels cinematic. It feels like I'm about to really wallop on this dumb Nazi. And like it's fun, but it is kind of easy. I could take out a whole room of these fascist scum whenever I want, it feels like, because I'm at this point where I understand the rhythm of the game. That being said, when I say a room full of these dumb idiots, I'm talking like I could take on a room of like 4 to 5. But if there is a pack of these dudes coming at me, and we're talking like, a dozen guys run at me, I'm not going to be able to Assassin's Creed my way out of it. I'm going to get mollywopped. They're going to flood me, and I'm just going to get my ass beat. But combat feels really, really good. And I think they nail what it feels like to punch a dumb idiot in the face. And nothing feels better than breaking a broom on Marjorie Taylor Greene's great uncle. Like, it just feels good.
Don't forget, friends, punching Nazis is always a good thing.
It's always a good thing, dude.
Absolutely.
Oh, it
Yeah.
feels
Especially when you
cathartic.
can beat them with fun weapons that you pick up around the environment.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You could beat a Nazi with a candlestick. You could beat up a Nazi with a broom.
Yeah.
You could beat up a Nazi with a statue. You could beat up a Nazi with soap. There's so many items, household appliances that you can use to beat the shit out of a Nazi. And it feels so good. Feels so good.
Can I do
Yeah.
a selfish 61 Indie plug right here?
Please.
If you enjoy punching Nazis, go over to 61indie.com and buy your Punch Nazis Play Indie shirt right now.
God, it feels so good.
Or a sticker.
Wait.
We have a sticker too.
Put the link in the chat, would you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, please. Put the link in the chat. I can wear that sweater while I'm playing. It's gonna feel
Oh,
nice.
I will have it for PAX East. I'm wearing the
And
thing.
this is-
Bad.
And this is the thing about this game. The combat is it's all about brawling. So it is about like what's something in the environment that I can grab. Indy is not running out there with a Tommy gun and letting loose. The only weapons that he's able to have on him at all times is his revolver and his whip. And then everything else is things you're picking up around the world. So it could be a baton, it could be a broom, again, a candlestick. I broke a banjo over a Nazi's head. Oh, felt nice. So in that way, it's really fun to like, what I like to do is I like to just run at him. You could walk up behind him and bonk him on the head, or I just like to just charge at him. I got like, I don't know, like an oven mitt, whack him over the head, and then just start just laying haymakers on these dum-dums. The combat's really fun. Again, it gets kind of predictable and easy. And so 8 hours in, if it's a room of four guys, I think I can make it out of there. And I think it's the only detriment to this game is that the AI are incredibly stupid. And I get it, they're Nazis, they are dummies. But at the same exact time, it kind of, being an immersive sim, again, like a Prey or System Shock, even BioShock, these are small rooms, and they should feel like at any time, something could happen, or like it's more intimate, for lack of better words, and like they could close in on me and just kill me, right? This doesn't have the same effect. But what I would say is the moment-to-moment puzzle solving, traversal elements make up for the melee combat kind of feeling stale. The one thing I do like is your gun, it's not like you have magazines on you. Your gun is like your last ditch effort. If everything went wrong, you have 6 bullets. And maybe you'll find another 6 bullets somewhere out there in the world, but chances are you might not. And so because bullets are so rare, you really do have to kind of plan out your attack if you're not as good with timing than some others. So in that regard, you really do have to think about what type of engagement you're going to run into. The other thing that I really like, because it's an immersive sim, it's about the world around you more than just the enemy in front of you. It's about puzzle solving. It's about picking up rare items in the game and helping Indy upgrade himself that way. The thing that I like about all that is because immersive sims, if it wasn't BioShock, they usually typically don't do it for me. What this game does off the rip is it highlights all the objects in the world. Depending on what items you want to be highlighted, you can make it so that they're just outlined or thinly outlined, but it helps you so that you don't miss something in the world, which helps me as someone who sucks at puzzles and trying to find like the little baseball card on the table that has that clue, having it just highlighted in red helps me go, oh, that's a quest item. Let me pick it up. And so it kind of eliminates that guesswork. Or you could just turn that all off and you could just have it as that immersive sim and you're living the world as Indy. Yeah, it's fantastic, guys. Like it's really good. Lame combat aside, or not lame, easy combat aside, it's a really fun time. Uh, Incredibly cinematic, and in terms of like nailing what it's kind of like with Insomniac getting Spider-Man. It's like, oh, this was the perfect studio to get Spider-Man. This is the perfect studio to get Indiana Jones. Like Machine Games knows how it feels or knows what it feels like to make a really good, impactful first-person game, and they also really know what it takes and what it means to really hit a Nazi in the face because they've done it time and time again. So there is one scene I put up on Blue Sky. There, in particular, it's on a side quest where I was like, it felt like they just ripped it out of the movie. Like that's how organic this interpretation feels like. They totally hit it out of the park. I'm really enjoying my time. I'll give you guys my complete review next week because I feel like I'm gonna beat this game by next
I
week.
can't wait to play it.
It's
so
funny
good.
that you say the combat feels easy because if I got spotted, I struggled
Really?
with
Okay.
the combat. Yeah. I was figuring it out by like the final location because there's like a fight pit thing that you can join if you want. That you don't have to. It's just like a fight ring. And I had to look up like how do I counter because I hadn't figured out countering up until that point. And in order to beat this fight ring thing, you needed to do that. I loved the stealth aspect and like the silent takedown stuff, but if I got spotted and there was more than one person, I was in trouble.
Okay.
So it's funny that you say that because
Yeah.
I had a hard time with it.
So how did you feel about picking up like all the side quests around the world?
I
'Cause
enjoyed all the side quest stuff
yeah.
a lot. So unfortunately I didn't beat the game because towards the end, when I was in the final zone, I was like, you know what? I want to get all the achievements on this. So I need to get all of the collectibles. So I went back to the Vatican to get some of the collectibles, and there's like tomb things that you can go into the Vatican. There was a collectible down in the tomb that I needed, but all the guides already had you in the tomb. I could not for the life of me figure out how to get back into the tomb. And no one anywhere took you from the outside of the tomb to go back into the tomb. And I didn't know because there's a lot. There's a bunch of different tombs. Some of them connect, some of them don't. I could not figure out how to get in. And this is a flaw of mine. I got very frustrated and very angry, and I put the game down and walked away, and then I never walked back.
Real
So
talk.
if you're gonna get the platinum,
Yeah.
maybe just beat the game first and then go back, or restart the game from scratch and follow a guide.
Yes, and I'm the same. I look up like the trophy guides before I play a game, and that often decides it. I'm toxic like that.
Because
But yeah.
it's not a hard platinum, but
Yeah.
I literally couldn't figure out how to get back into the place where this thing was, and I could see like on the map I was standing over it. I was like, I know it's below me, but I don't know how to get there. And all the guides are like, okay, well when you're in this tomb, go here. And I was like,
And like, does it like if you new game plussed it, would like all the collectibles stay the same, or do they all disappear? If it all disappears,
know.
then you're SOL. Like that sucks.
I almost feel like that would be better though, because then you could just follow a guide. It's almost worse when you're like, wait, which one do I have and which one do I not have?
Because now you got me paranoid. I'm like, which one do I not have?
Just beat the game, and then go back through and try to collect them all because I don't want you to get disheartened. Like I was so close to the end. There's no reason I shouldn't have beaten the story, and then I got distracted. I had to ruin it for myself because it was a great game. I was having a lot of fun with it.
And that's the thing, like the immersive element of like you just stumble on like one of the fight pits. I just opened up a pit underneath the Vatican where they're wrestling each other. It's like, what? Okay, all right. These priests like to have their own fight club. This is great. So like those elements are really cool where you're just stumbling onto a story and you can pick it up or you can let it go if you want. Like, yeah, this game, man, it's really good. It's really good.
Joe, Kyle, can't wait for you to play it.
Yeah, I did troll some of my Xbox friends. I go, this game's great and all, but Astro clears it. Say Astro clears you for Game of the Year. They're like, how much you play? An hour. And they got so mad. Because, these Xbox guys, they're like, oh, every game that wins Game of the Year has to be a narrative game. It's always for Sony. And then the moment they play a narrative game and they really like it, they're like, this is their Game of the Year. And I'm like, I told you guys.
All right, tone it down, you Sony pony.
Kyle,
I ordered a Punch of Nazis t-shirt and a sticker.
Hey!
I'm ready to rock and roll.
There we go.
That's right. All right, gang. It's time. Are you guys holding on to anything?
My new fancy controller.
Ooh,
Assassin's Creed
Black Flag.
Oh, well, shit. Now I feel left out. Hold on.
Yeah, you got this. Yeah, look at us. Look at these controllers. Last of Us. Who knew? Prepare the drop. Here are the latest deals and deals coming to the PlayStation storefront. Kyle Stevenson.
Next week on April 22nd, Steel Seed from Storm in a Teacup. That's a great dev name. Comes out on PS5. We've got on April 23rd, Once Upon a Puppet from the developer Flatter Than Earth releases. Okay. April 23rd. I'm sorry, I just had like a mini, where am I?
Work again. It's like you broke everything, Kyle.
Thunderfolk releases on April 23rd for PS5. Here's a big one. April 24th, Claire Obscure Expedition 33 comes out on PlayStation 5. I cannot wait. April 24th, Fatal Fury City of the Wolves comes to PS5 and PS4. So shout out to all you fighting fans out there. And I forgot this was coming so soon. On April 25th, Days Gone Remastered is out.
$10 if you already own it.
It's a good game. Give it a shot.
All right. Just pretend the zombies are Nazis. That's easier to kill them.
The hordes in Days Gone are legit one of my favorite things.
Oh, yeah.
So good and so stressful.
Yes.
100%. 100%. And it's kind of like inside you get this big horde, and then when you whittle it down to 5, you're like, you guys, you dumb idiots.
My favorite is planning out, setting traps for them. And then the moment it fails, oh shit, I gotta improvise and run around like crazy, and
then just running.
Those moments are awesome in that game. I love it so much.
I would always fail at setting up the traps. So I was just like, I'll just gotta place these mindsets. I go, why is it blowing up on me? Yeah, that's right. My deacon had no thumbs by the end of that game. Hey guys, it's time for the final, yet our favorite segment of the show. It's time for the Sony Pony Express.
Yeehaw! First bit that comes in is from Triss in Wonderland, and Triss writes, "Hey you three, Hope Light has returned. LOL. I can't even believe you keep getting sick. I don't know how that's possible. Nothing Jack Daniels can fix. At least that's what I do. My question for everyone is, how proud are you of your setup? Gaming setup, to be precise. Do you care about it all or no? I have the PS1, PS5 hooked up to one TV, and I love getting stuff to keep growing the collection. Just curious what you guys do yourselves, and what do you think?"
First off, their setup, sick as hell.
Oh my god. Is this the one that was in Discord before? Oh my god, it's sick.
It's like what you think this show would be. You know what I mean? Where we would be recording. That's how PlayStation it is. It's nuts in there.
Shout out to our first artwork for the show, where we were sitting next to the fireplace and we had the symbols of the game stuff around us. That was very, very cool.
That's right. Love that one.
I love my setup. I love being surrounded by the physical media I love, and my little collectibles, and having posters around the wall and stuff. It's nice. Yeah. But it could be cleaner. 100% it could be cleaner. I am running out of room. I'm a little worried because there's a lot of things that I still want. So I don't know what I'm going to do.
I literally bought a second shelf that's in front of me. So I'm not proud of my setup. There is shit everywhere. And there's just so much. I will never turn this camera around on a live show.
Are you kidding me? I still don't know where I'm going to put these Astrobot plushies. They're just sitting right here. I don't know where I'm putting them.
In fact, I want to go for it.
On the floor. Baby Light was playing with it. Actually, one is in her bed and Kratos is on the floor. Nice.
Dude, like I got the Lego set still here of the Horizon Tall Neck. Like, there's so I need to move stuff around because I ordered Doom Guy because I'm an idiot and I love Doom. So it's just like, where am I gonna put everything? So I got a second shelf for my controllers and all those doodads. And then there's some statues that I need to actually sell and make room for because I don't like Overwatch anymore. Gotta get these Funko Pops out of here, stuff like that. So I'm not particularly proud of the setup. I wish I had a separate space for this stuff, like an actual recording like studio. That would be really great. Not in that type of situation. So right now it's a mess and I'm just trying to make do with it.
Yeah.
I like mine. It's very messy right now. Because unfortunately it's also like the catch-all room. Like we just have shit we don't know where to put it. It kind of just goes goes over on that side that you can't see. And I also am running out of room, but I think I need to kind of just reorganize and re-see what I have. Because for a while I was just like, if there was something that even I remotely liked or was interested in, I just bought it because I felt like I needed something because I had nothing when I first started my channel. And actually, it's kind of funny that this is a question because Mr. Light literally sent me this picture today. This was when I very first started my channel.
Enhance.
That used to be my setup.
Oh, hell yeah.
I
Yep.
I had my one monitor, my $5 ring light from Amazon, the only thing I had spent money on was my Blue Yeti mic, and I recorded on my laptop. So I've come a long way. Like, obviously I can't show you my desk now, but like I've really come a long way, and I had nothing behind me. I had one little bookshelf of like a couple Funko Pops.
Yep.
So I just need to reorganize and like get rid of some things, which is hard for me to do. Buy a couple more bookshelves. I think I want to actually put shelves on the wall too, because I don't really have that. I have my posters, but I don't really have shelves. And just utilize the space better.
Yeah. When we first started the show, I was on the other side of the basement where there was a lot more room, but there was a leak. So I moved everything over here from like the shower above me. I wish I could go over there, but now, like you said, it's a catch-all where everything that is from the room that we used to be the catch-all, which is now where my sister and Owen are living and sleeping in, everything is down here. So from right outside my frame that way is nothing but junk. So like I don't have a whole lot of room to play with, and it bums me out.
What sucks for me is this wall right here. Like you see my TV right here, it actually perfectly illustrates. This is just a diagonal wall. I would be able to have so much more space if this was just a normal ass room, but because it decides to be a 45-degree angle, I get way less space. So there's just so much I gotta do.
The wall over there is not a full wall. It's got two tiny little closets that jut out, and then it's got an indentation. But the indentation, the ceiling is like this, because this is the bonus room over the garage that was built by the previous owners. So like we're following kind of like the garage slope, if you will. So like they had these two little closets, and then it's an indentation. So it's like hard to use that space because not everything fits there. And then the ceiling above it is angled, and the wall is short because the ceiling is angled. So that makes it like right now I have my two little bookcases that are falling apart from Walmart that just have like our physical games on it. So I just need to kind of relay everything. I almost think I need to take everything out and just figure out where things are going to go.
Yeah. With that being said, hey, gaming PR companies, please still send us physical press kits. I would love to get some.
Yes.
We like this.
Send me a briefcase.
I got one from South of Midnight. I have to edit the unboxing video. And I also got Bubble Ghost, which I do have the unboxing edited and posted for. So cute.
What's Bubble Ghost?
It is a game that Mike is working on at work.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've only seen the images of this press kit from what Mike has shared.
I can't show you what's in it because my toddler stole it. But this is the box. It looks like a Game Boy game. Isn't it so cute? But
that is amazing.
Don't ask me what the game is right now.
Fair enough.
I don't know. But this is like an actual bubble container, which is what I gave her because I thought she would want to play with this, but no. It came with a little letter, which she stole. The picture, which I stole back, and the game. And I don't know where she put this. And a coin.
Nice.
The game is somewhere. It's very cute. Go watch the unboxing. But the case, I won't get rid of this because this looks like an old Game Boy game, and it's so cute.
So cute. Oh my goodness.
But she just
gracious.
comes into the office and she just gets a little look in her face and then she walks away and I'm like, "What did you take? Nothing? What did you take? Nothing, mama. Nothing, mama."
Open your mouth. The game just falls out. Bleh.
Owen likes to come down here, and I have a bunch of like D&D dice because I did play for a little bit, and he would just randomly steal some, and like I'll be like, "There's way less here than there were before," and then as I'm walking upstairs, he will leave them on the floor, and I don't see him, and I step on them and like Legos. It's awful.
Oh,
It's like a
no.
minefield down here.
Yeah, yeah. I see. I wouldn't show you guys my desk even if you paid me money because it is.
Oh, I've got so much garbage on my desk right now. It's
same.
actually gross.
Same.
Yeah, I'm one box away from hoarders. That's what I feel like, and it feels.
I don't use a notebook for work. I use Post-its, and I have Post-its everywhere. It's not a good look.
Mm-mm. What about this next question?
Oh
Come
yeah,
on,
I forgot
here.
we're doing questions. M9 Prime.
Yeah.
Question from the Sony Pony Express. Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Are there any games that you know if you go back to them, they may take over all your gaming time like a drug? For me, it's Skyrim and Cyberpunk. Both of those games I had to make a conscious decision to stop playing and move on from because I could have played those for probably forever.
Such a good question.
I mean, do I have to say it out loud?
Say it out loud.
It's MLB The Show. I can't stop. I will never not stop. There's comes a point every single year, and I'm actually getting pretty close. Cause go ahead, take a guess, you two. What hour count am I at this year at MLB The Show? It's only been out for like a month.
236.
No, that's way too many.
I was gonna say 150.
You're close. It's like 140.
Oh,
Yeah. So
that's an impressive number.
we're getting to the point where like I need to slow down a little bit because the other games are coming out, and I've
Fair.
almost hit that limit because I went so hard. But yeah, it's that, and honestly, it's Borderlands 2 specifically. I've replayed Borderlands 2 a bunch, and when I started, I just can't stop.
Like, I think I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, Skyrim. I am afraid every time it's on sale. I'm like, if I buy
Let me
this,
get
it
this
will
again.
consume me.
Yeah, so Skyrim is obviously one, really a lot of open world games because I just love that. Give me all the little things, right?
Yeah.
So Skyrim is one. The Witcher 3, I haven't played through that a lot, but the 2 times that I did, it was all encompassing. Animal Crossing, kind of, but that one's easier to like pick up and put down because of just like the type of gameplay it is. But when I play that, I will continue to play it for like months on end. Horizon, the first one specifically.
Fair.
And then Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah, there's so many good comfort game. Like for me, I think let me get the obvious ones out of the way: Bloodborne, Elden Ring, anything Dark Souls, even Sekiro. I feel like I'm kind of like, if I played it again,
Those are just too stressful. Like I loved the world of Bloodborne and the bosses were so cool, but I never once had fun.
Oh man,
I was in pain the whole time.
you should have seen me. You should have seen me with the Owl Father fight 2 in Sekiro. How many times I deleted that game and went, F this. No, I'm not gonna go. This game sucks. This is the worst thing. And then when I beat it, it was like the pressure valve of the whole world. Just I was at peace.
That was me with the final boss in Liza P. I finally beat it. I was like, oh thank God.
Oh, and Stardew Valley.
Cyberpunk.
Add Stardew Valley to
Stardew
this.
is a good one.
Stardew's I never played. I should though. I hear nothing but
We can play that multiplayer. That's another good one that we can play together.
Ooh, and you could romance in it, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, settle down with a nice lass. Get a sheep, and the sheep is also like kind of like act like a dog type of pet. We'll make carrots. We'll farm carrots.
Sure.
Already planning it out. All right. Me and my
Is
wife.
this your
and
real life
her-
plan or your Stardew plan?
Why not just get a
Confused.
dog then, Joe? Like,
Well, see,
You start with a dog or a cat.
there you go.
my plan was to move to North Dakota, but then Christy Gnome would have shot it. So that's why I'm saying sheep. It's a real deep cut of a joke. U.S. politics, it's hilarious. A woman shot her dog. They somehow elected her still. Anyway, I would say Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk's a good one.
Come on,
Red
Joe.
Dead as well.
Come on. Say it.
What? What?
Bloodborne.
Yeah, I already said it. That's a given.
Oh, okay.
That's a given.
I need to play Cyberpunk again because I only played that at launch and I really enjoyed it, but it was also still real rough.
Yeah.
I need to play it again, and I also need to play the DLC.
Here's how
Which I
broken I
haven't
am.
played yet.
So whenever we can pre-order a Nintendo Switch 2,
You're gonna get it for
whenever.
Switch.
I am so fucking stupid. The conversation we had 40 minutes ago now holds no weight. I want my brother to experience Cyberpunk so bad. That actually might be my gift for him when he completes this year as a second year teacher. Yeah, like I want him to play it so bad. So I'm pre-ordering it for him. He's paying for the Nintendo Switch. Cyberpunk's a gift. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a good brother. Yeah. Oh. Did you guys hear that, by the way?
No.
Someone let out the most painful yawn I've ever heard in my life next door.
They heard you call him a great brother.
Exactly. It's so beautiful. That's my brother over there.
Fluke23
All right, last
writes
question.
in for the last question of the show. Hey, Trophy Trio. I hope we are all doing well, and hopefully at least 50% health this week. My question for the Sony Pony Yeehaw.
Sad cowboy noises.
In my time at work, when I'm not listening to the podcast, I enjoy listening to audiobooks. I'm currently listening to a series called Awaken Online. This is a literature RPG based on a virtual MMO and has me hooked. If you guys were to listen to an audiobook, what would your genre of choice be? And if you already do, what are your recommendations to others? As always, keep up the amazing work. Much love. And remember, at least the tariffs won't be affecting your goonin'.
75% ban on gooning.
Oh, Jesus.
You've gooned too hard. I would say nonfiction. I've become a bit of a slut for nonfiction. Play Nice by Jason Schreier. That's a book I recommend. It is literally incredible. And then the rest of them, like they're all really great. And they all kind of explain why we're in the situation we're in right now.
I haven't listened to an audiobook in a while. I used to listen to it coming back home from college. But like my favorites were, I loved the Martian audiobook by Andy Weir. It's now a movie as well, one of my favorites. I've read the book too, but the audio version is really, really cool. I love the Ready Player One audiobook as well. That one is narrated by Will Wheaton.
Love Will Wheaton.
Yeah, so that's really good. And also the same author as Ready Player One, the book Armada is another good one that Will Wheaton narrated. Those are both really, really good.
Right.
And like I'm a sucker for wrestling biographies, so listening to them tell their stories in audiobook format is pretty good too.
Okay.
I am a fantasy romantasy girly. I can't really do audiobooks though because again, pretty sure I have undiagnosed ADHD. I have real bad auditory processing.
Right.
Real bad. I like zone out and then I can't, and then I have to refocus and I have to rewind it because I'm like, what the hell just happened for the past 30 minutes? Like if you ever noticed during the show, like sometimes I'll just disassociate and I have to like bring myself back again.
Yeah.
But that being said, the books that I did listen to growing up, I listened to the Harry Potter books on tape. So good. And then also the Wheel of Time. I'm a big Wheel of Time girly. I did enjoy listening to the Wheel of Time books on tape as well.
I've heard nothing but good things of Wheel of Time.
So Wheel of Time, I've actually never finished the series because it's very long. I tried to start it over again, but it was just too much for my brain.
Yeah.
Because tired toddler's mom.
Yeah.
When I was reading it, I was in high school and college. There is one book like towards the end of the series that's all like political setup. and I could not get through it. I was not in the point of my life where I was like, no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Now they've re-released the series and they cut like 90% of that book out. So apparently now it's a much easier read. But the books that I already own still have that in there. So I either have to rebuy the book or listen to them digitally now, or whatever, the audiobooks now.
Yeah.
But I'm right now, I'm in my romantasy era. I just want the easy read.
Is it smut?
There
There's a
are
little bit more
some
class.
scenes in there, but like it's the romantasy I'm reading is not like smutty romantasy.
Okay.
It's not like a romance book. It's
Right.
fantasy with romance in it.
Okay, fair enough.
So like Sarah J. Maas, she's one that I was obsessed with all of her books. But I need right now in my life, I just need an easy read where I know there's gonna be a happy ending. That's what I need. So,
Right.
because in real life, I don't know about the happy ending.
I don't think it's coming. I think we might be fucked. Yeah, because like my best friend and one of our close friends, coworkers, they talk about all the books that they're reading, and then it's like, it like the way they describe it. I'm like, and I think there was like a good like comedic bit. It's like all these women that you think are just like they're reading out in public, and you're like, oh wow, you're very educated. All this, it's like like it's very fancy and high class. No, you're reading porn. It's like a lot of this.
Okay, so there are couples that I've gotten that were like that, and I was like, that's not what I realized I was signing up for. Like, no shade to any of that, but that's like not all. That's also not what I'm looking for. Like, I want a fantasy storyline with romance involved, if that makes sense. I don't want a smut book.
The way that they talk about it, and I'm in the same room, I feel uncomfortable. I do ask if I can leave, and they say no.
But that being said, like Sarah J. Maas, like her books, there are some really graphic scenes in there. But just like Game of Thrones, you know how Game of Thrones was a fantasy, but then there was heated scenes that explained everything. That's kind of what I'm reading right now. Like it is a fantasy. They're fantasy books.
It's not chapters,
but there are scenes that do not spare any details for science purposes.
To quote Your Highness, a brief moment of penetration.
Also, a lot of measurements that you're not quite sure how that physically is going to work out.
Oh no!
I'll take you at your word.
An ogre and a dwarf.
We're talking. I don't know. I don't know. Some of the books, their hands can't make it around. I'm like, you either have very petite hands, or
oh my god,
scientifically not sure how that's possible. Let me tell you, my man hands. I'm talking. Your hands can't reach? What do you mean? What do you mean?
I want everyone that's listening to the podcast jump to YouTube and watch when Light first did the like the that was so funny. That's so good.
What are they must have little petite bird hands, because what do you mean you're not fitting your hands around?
That's insane.
Yeah.
Insane. Yeah. No one wants that.
I'm uncomfortable. I'd like to leave now.
This show's getting banned on YouTube. There's no way. There's no.
Listen, this is a great note to end on. Last week it was the C word. Now this is now this. Everybody, that's been the trophy room this week. Anything you'd like to spotlight before we get on out of here, Kyle Stevenson? What say you?
Myself, Mr. K, at pretty much everywhere. Go follow 61 Indie. Pretty much everywhere. Go get yourself a Punch Nazis Play Indie shirt like Light did. And we have stickers. Yeah, doing lots of stuff with indie games with the showcase on May 22nd. Things are looking great. Not stressed at all. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm looking up in the distance, so like you don't see my real pain in my eyes. Be at PAX East in a few weeks, so come say hi to us. That's really, really exciting.
I'm so excited.
And I also got official confirmation that I will be at SGF in June in LA. So,
you might be the trophy room official correspondent.
We'll talk after this. We'll see.
We'll talk after this.
Oh.
Look at this. Hollywood Stevenson in the room, everybody.
We'll talk. Nice to know people, Mr. Kyle.
Oh, we'll see. I'll see if I can fit it in my busy schedule.
Let me see if I can pull some strings.
This guy. All right, Light. Anything you'd like to spotlight before we get on out of here?
Yes, follow me on Lightweight Gaming at YouTube and socials. I'm starting Assassin's Creed Black Flag playthrough tomorrow. And also, if I can stay healthy, we're going to start streaming again next month, hopefully. And I've got some fun games planned for the streams. Also, you can follow me at Lightweight Reacting for movie and TV show reactions. Today, Django Unchained went up. So please go watch that.
Ooh, that's my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie.
Frickin' so good.
So good. Oh my god. So, yeah. Leonardo DiCaprio's acting in that. Stunning.
Everybody's act. I was like, what the hell? This is great. So yeah.
All right. You can find me over at Mr. Badbit on Blue Sky. Exclusively, you can find me over at PS Trophy Room on Blue Sky. Exclusively, had a bit of a moment today where I just looked at it. I was like, I don't know, man. What, none of these ads speak to me. They're like, buy bullets. And I'm like, what?
Jesus.
I'm getting porn ads now,
Right.
like for porn sites.
It's like porn, buy bullets.
On what? On Twitter?
On Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Pretty sure they try to teach me how to build a bomb. Like it's just like a whole bunch of just weirdo survival kits. It's just like and I looked at it, I'm like, I think I'm fucking done.
Last time I went on a
can't
week
do this
ago,
anymore.
I had 63 DM requests, and they were all like singles in your area. Like,
Right.
get out
Hey,
of
Joe,
here.
I have a business
I'm
opportunity.
getting added to like buy these finance things.
Yep.
Like what?
Yes.
First of all, my husband's literally a finance bro. You're not going to be selling me shit. Please.
Oh my god, he is, and we don't hate him. That's
I know. He's a cool
he's the
finance
only good
bro.
one. Yeah, he's the only good one. That's weird. All right, when I take over the world, he shall live. The rest I could do without. Yeah, no, like I just it's a ton of crypto dumb shit. I'm like, this sucks. So I'm just there on Blue Sky now. It's nice over there.
Mhm.
I don't want to yell or say the C word, and when I'm there, it's nice.
We got
It's
one more
nice.
use, Joe, if you want to let it rip.
I mean, unless we're serving cunt, I don't want to say it.
All right, there we go.
Which, speaking of Lady Gaga, yeah, you see that Coachella? Anyway, everybody, that's been the Trophy Room. We love y'all. Keep your wits about you. Keep hunting and keep playing PlayStation. See you guys.
And stay healthy.
Yeah, please stay healthy.